Hey yo, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Welcome back to the random show settings. Welcome back welcome back to the random show. What's going on? What's crack-a-lacking? What's going on? What's crack-a-lacking? Welcome back to the random show. Welcome back to the random show. Welcome back to the random show. What's happening? What's going on, people? What's happening? What's going on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? How am I coming through on the flipping microphone? Can you hear me nice and clearly? Can you hear me nice and clearly? I'm currently fucking deep throating the mic, so you should be able to hear me now. What's going on? 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 What's going on, people? Appreciate you. Big up Wingers to the stream chat. Can we only talk about your M4 Max today? Big up Wingers, big up John Roger. Yeah, apologies for the lateness. Can we only anyway? Yeah. I'm here. Apologies. I guess there's a running meme now, right? I guess I've been I guess that thinly veiled joke from Wingus McDingus is an indication of how much I've been repeating the story about the M4 MacBook Air, right? I think I've kind of beat that horse, right? I beat that dead horse, right? I should move on to another topic, yeah? Alright, cool. I get the message. Big up Grown Baby Golf. Big up Boronda 420 Wagwan GG. Jack Donahue Jr. What's going on? Tim W, I see you. Run It Up, I see you. Gamebred Football, I see you. Casey Shuffle, I see you. Big up Young Old Vibes, I see you. Big up everybody in the stream chat. I am Cincinnati Man. Appreciate you too also. Thank you so much for becoming a flipping member of the channel. Appreciate you. I am Cincinnati Man. You're an absolute G. Big up everybody that's joining. As per usual, you guys know what I'm going with me when it comes to the streams and stuff. If you want to become a member, link is in the description. You know what to do. We're trying to hit 500 members. That'd be fucking sick if possible. So make sure you hit the link in the description anytime you want. You can hit the link in the description and you can do the good thing over there. You feel me? Big up everybody in the stream chat. Tuning in. Wagwan for the Wagwan. Hope you're all doing well. We got loads of things to get through today. As I mentioned on the previous episode, I've also done a review of Marc Maron's podcast, or Marc Maron's fucking stand-up comedy podcast. I keep saying podcast. See what these comedians have done. They've inundated us with so many pods, I can't even remember what they do as an actual job. Not podcast. I reviewed Marc Maron's stand-up comedy special, his HBO Max special called Panicked. It's available now on my Patreon for as little as $1 per month. You can watch the whole reaction that I do. The actual special is about to be honest, I did keep it good in terms of runtime. My max runtime, or the runtime I've got on my reaction, is 1 hour 34 minutes. And the actual runtime for the special is 1 hour and 12 minutes. So I haven't added too much onto it. Usually I can go on and start rambling, so I did a decent enough job to keep it in a reasonable length of time so people can actually, you know, enjoy it and shit. So if you want to watch it, make sure you do that and check it out if you want. Again, I have to say, my review aside, it's one of the better stand-up specials. I think I was talking to Robert Henry Poet, big up Robert Henry Poet, in the comments about it. This is one of the better specials, and you know me, I'm not the most forgiving when it comes to specials. I think comedians are generally kind of overrated. I'm not really even sure the art form is as good as everyone thinks it is, but I think Marc Maron did a pretty decent job, and his style is kind of deadpan. It's very slow. It's all about stories and talking and making it conversational and loose and stuff. It's not set up punchline. Do you know what I mean? He's not coming out with fireworks and stuff. And I think he did really good, man. I think he did really good. I'm not gonna lie. I think he did really well. All things considered, I think it was a fairly solid special. So if you've been on the fence, if you're not too sure about these LA comedians and you're like, oh, these guys are terrible, this shit, I get you, I understand. But I do implore you, even if you don't watch my reaction on Patreon, try and check out Marc Maron's special Panicked. Just check it out anyway. even if you don't watch my reaction, you don't have to watch my reaction on Patreon, but if you want to watch it yourself, I recommend you do. It's actually kind of decent. He did a good job, man. I'm not gonna lie, he did a decent job. I kind of get why he hates Rogan so much, you know, because he's actually a far superior stand-up comedian to Rogan. Would I go and watch him anyway and pay a ticket to see Marc Maron perform live? Probably not, right? Not my sort of thing. But he is better. It's unquestionable that he's a better stand-up comedian than Joe Rogan. So make sure you check it out. It's called Panics. Now, it's not available on Netflix. It's available on HBO Max. It's not on Netflix, unfortunately. It's available on HBO Max last time I checked. So check out HBO. I think HBO Max might have a channel on Amazon Prime. Do they have like... Not too sure if they've got like a little channel on Amazon Prime. Is it Amazon Prime? I don't know. But you'll be able to find it. I'm sure there's a HBO Max you can watch it on stuff as well. Subscription, which is annoying, by the way, because, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I keep my what subscription do I have? I have Netflix and I have Prime, Amazon Prime Video. Those are the two things I pay for. Oh, and I pay for within Amazon Prime Video, I pay for Crunchyroll that shows all the anime and shit and all the animation, all the other stuff that I like to watch in that regard. But those are the main free streaming platforms that I kind of pay for. But I know bare people that pay for Disney, they pay for Apple TV. Like, it gets so expensive. If you really start to add them up, it gets fucking expensive, man. So needlessly expensive. I wish they could just have just one pass they could just use. I know some people do the whole Fire Stick thing, which I might have to fucking dabble into, because it's really expensive to kind of keep up with all the fucking stuff that's on TV and shit, man. I remember back in the day how it used to be so simple with cable and Sky and shit. But then the packages got really expensive. Even streaming football's a fucking nightmare. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? Anyway, moving on. Let's get into it. First things first. COFFEEZILLA, aka VOIDZILLA, just dropped a new video talking about Trump and the Epstein thing. So I haven't checked it out, so I thought, why not? Let's watch it together. The video is called She Cleared Trump, and I'm assuming this has to do with Ghislaine Maxwell and her protracted meeting with Trump's team, because that was the whole rumor that was happening, right? That allegedly Ghislaine Maxwell was meant to meet up with Trump's team. They were going to work out some sort of deal. She might get immunity. No, not immunity. She might get a pardon and stuff. I'm not too sure what's going on. So let's hear this update courtesy of VOIDZILLA, aka COFFEEZILLA, regarding Ghislaine Maxwell's alleged meeting with Trump's team and shit. Let's hear what I go on. He's such a wrong'un, isn't it? He's such a wrong'un. Oh, it's on mute. You can't hear it. Okay, cool. One sec. He's such a wrong'un. Apologies. I didn't set it out properly. Apologies. Start again one more time.
Ghislaine Maxwell has cleared Donald Trump's name while awaiting her pardon. This is new from ABC. Ghislaine Maxwell told DOJ Trump never did anything concerning around her. Now, notably, Trump has been asked whether he's going to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell before he said he wishes her well.
I just wish her well, frankly. Yeah, I wish her well. I'd wish you well. I'd wish a lot of people well.
One more time.
I just wish her well, frankly. Yeah, I wish her well. I'd wish you well. I'd wish a lot of people well.
Then he's asked if he's going to pardon her. He says, well, I'm allowed to do it, but I really haven't thought of it.
I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about.
Now, notably, this is very similar to the way Trump has responded previously when talking about people he would later end up pardoning.
I don't want to talk about pardons for Michael Flynn yet.
You pardon Paul Manafort? I have not even given it a thought as of this moment.
Roger Stone, are you going to pardon him, sir? He's been convicted of felonies.
Am I going to pardon you? Well, I hadn't thought of it.
Now, obviously, he later did pardon Michael Flynn, Roger Stone, and Paul Manafort, and this has all led many people to wonder if a similar thing is in the works for Ghislaine Maxwell.
Pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, the optics on that. Like, I know you have to be self-serving and look after yourself if you're Trump, but the optics on pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell after everything is just crazy, isn't it? Like, that's when your Trump love is gonna be really tested. If you're a staunch MAGA person, if you're a strong MAGA believer, if you're a big fan of fucking Trump himself, your loyalty is going to be tested. Your loyalty is going to be tested because, god damn, pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, making excuses for that is just like, huh? Like, this woman, like, facilitated pedophile shit. Like, no, you know what I mean? Without a shred of, doubt, this woman facilitated, like, the smuggling and the importation and the kidnapping of young girls from, like, Central Eastern Europe and shit, parts of Africa, parts of Southeast Asia, like, into fucking prostitution and shit. Like, this woman's evil, like, evil. If you pardon her to save your own back or to clear your name, because there is a theory that is out there that maybe Trump isn't on any list. He's just nervous about the association because he was one of the, he was one of Epstein's actual real friends, like not even in like a weird, gets up to other sorts of nonsense. Or maybe I've heard someone else say like, maybe Trump actually did mess with Epstein when it came with recruiting girls or helping him out to get girls, but he only messed with Epstein when it came to getting girls that were legal. And then, many years later, it comes out this guy's a pedophile. So it's like, brother, even if that's the case, pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell surely is going to do more damage than it's going to do good. You'd imagine if you're Trump, you'd be like, oof, the optics on it, it's going to look nuts. There's no way no sane person will look at you with pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell and not think you're only doing it because you're a kiddie diddler and you want to save yourself. It's not gonna have the effect he thinks it's gonna have. But to be fair to him, Trump has said and done quite a lot of crazy things over the last few years of his political tenure, right? And he always seems to get away with it. His base, his fans don't seem to revolt. The Republican Party don't seem to revolt. He seems to keep everybody in line. So maybe it might not be that big of a deal if he does do it. It's a big deal to me if you think it. But maybe in the large scheme of things, it won't be a big of a deal because he always does get away with it.
Well, now this all comes after 9 hours of Ghislaine Maxwell privately speaking to Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. He's the former defense attorney for Donald Trump, and this was a private meeting. It's notable that there were talks about doing it publicly in front of Congress, but that got shoved aside pretty quick when they realized they could just do this behind closed doors. Now, Todd Blanche said he was thinking about releasing the transcripts. We don't know if that's going to happen or not, but today we got leaks of what may have been said during the 9 hours where Ghislaine Maxwell told Todd Blanche that Trump had never done anything in her presence that would have caused concern. Now, do we believe this? Well, the challenge is that Ghislaine Maxwell has every reason to lie. She, after all, is looking for a pardon. Her lawyer says right now that she would welcome any relief, and relief is exactly what she got after this testimony, right after the testimony to the DOJ where she cleared Trump's name. She got transferred to a less restrictive prison called a minimum security prison, with the Washington Post calling it one of the nation's most lenient lockups for nonviolent women offenders. It's notable she had to get a special waiver to even go to this prison because normally sex offenders are not allowed. And this is something I really want to hit home. Previously, I've been talking about
the corruption is just so rampant. She got moved to a prison that's kind of lax and laid back, and where sex offenders are normally not allowed to be moved to because their crimes are obviously more serious, more heinous, so they don't get that privilege of being able to stay in a prison with more lax rules and restrictions. Honestly, like, this just playing out right in front of our eyes is fucking nuts, isn't it? It is fucking nuts. Like, it is fucking nuts, bro. A regular person does or is convicted of what Ghislaine Maxwell is convicted of. You're never seen the light of day ever again. This woman somehow is, on the preface of maybe getting herself an early release. She might be out in the streets very soon, mate. She might be on the Real Wives of a fucking New York. One of those fucking Bravo shows. She might be sitting down with the Red Scare girls very, very soon. Jesus Christ.
About Ghislaine Maxwell, and we've been talking sort of like, okay, yeah, she trafficked for Jeffrey Epstein. I think it's worth hitting home that she also participated in some of the acts. She is a offender convicted, and those types of people aren't eligible normally for minimum security prisons. That's why a former warden told the Post, inmates, if they have a offense, are not going to a place like that, period. It's truly unheard of. Quote, it's a country club. Someone gave special preference to Maxwell that, in my knowledge, no other inmate currently serving in the Federal Bureau of Prisons has received. So she is getting special treatment for something. We don't know exactly.
Jesus Christ. One thing about Trump, he is a very loyal guy, isn't it? You do right by Trump, he's gonna do right by you. Very rarely do you hear people talk about him stabbing him in the back, you know? He is usually the kind of guy where if you placate him, if you kind of suck him off, if you hold his hand, if you help him out, he's gonna help you out. So we can only imagine Trump is, you know, giving her these special privileges or extending this sort of stuff to her because she's gonna, in Trump's mind, you'd imagine she's gonna help clear his name.
Exactly why she had to get a special waiver for this, though. This is not something that everyone gets. Contradicting this, though, the president has come out and said, oh, this is actually a very normal thing.
Questions for you. One, were you aware of and did you personally approve the prison transfer for Ghislaine Maxwell that your Justice Department?
I didn't know about it at all. No, I read about it just like you did.
What a fucking liar. What a fucking amazing liar. I found out about it. Yeah, alright, mate. Sure. I saw it on Twitter. I saw it on Truth Social. Follow me. Press Donald J. Trump. Like, what? Come on, man.
Do you believe that she is
It's not a very uncommon thing.
Do you believe that she's credible to be listening to? Your Deputy Attorney General sat down with her recently.
Well, let me tell you, he's a very talented man.
I'll remind you, the guy he's talking about formerly was his defense attorney. And her question, which never really gets answered, which is, can we trust Ghislaine Maxwell, actually is an important one because previously she was charged with perjury. This was in connection with her 2016 deposition. Perjury just means she was lying under oath. Quote, in 2016, while testifying under oath in a civil proceeding, Maxwell repeatedly made false statements, specifically about certain specific acts and events alleged in the indictment. So, can we trust someone who previously our government charged with making false statements when specifically these false statements may benefit her?
Can we charge a convicted liar? Can you trust a convicted liar? Can you believe the word of a convicted fucking liar? Ay, 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 ay.
I don't know, maybe you think she's turned a leaf and she suddenly is Mrs. Honesty, but it's worth saying she's already reaping the rewards of the testimony she's given so far. Our president proceeds to talk about how talking to Ghislaine Maxwell is going to help with the fact that we don't want people getting caught up in this that would have their lives hurt.
Whatever he asked would be totally appropriate, and it's not an uncommon thing to do that. And I think he probably wants to make sure that, you know, people that should not be involved or aren't involved are not hurt by something that would be very, very unfortunate, very unfair to a lot of people.
We don't want people getting involved who might be hurt by this, right? That's why we got to talk to her behind closed doors. We got to give her preferential treatment, right? Because we don't want anyone who might have been otherwise implicated in this falsely to get implicated, right? We want to make sure their names, whoever they are, whatever mysterious person they are, do not get implicated in this. And obviously that goal of Maxwell clearing certain people is being achieved here with her now clearing Trump's name with a possible pardon on the line. Now, I do have to say, it could be the case that he didn't have anything to do with it. She is being honest here, but unfortunately the waters are muddied when you have such a transparent conflict of interest in this whole story. Personally, I don't want anyone, Ghislaine Maxwell or any of the elites that are involved, to be let off the hook. In fact, just today we had a bombshell report from the New York Times about Jeffrey Epstein's personal residence where he had pictures with famous people. More letters came out with people like Woody Allen, and all of these people should be investigated. Unfortunately, we are living in a time where a select few of these people have so much power over the investigators of it. Maybe instead of giving preferential treatment to sex offenders, we should just release the Epstein files and see where that gets us.
It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Preferential treatment to sex offenders. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine? What a situation, what a place we're living in right now. It's just absolutely phenomenal, man. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Really fucking is. Really fucking is. But yeah, man, I guess, you know, I guess we'll have to wait to see how it plays out. I guess we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Big up Carlos Beleba. Fingers crossed he becomes a United player very, very soon. But yeah, shocking situation all around. Shocking situation all around. Big up Walmart. Big up Joe from MIA who's on the stream chat. Well gone for you, bad boy. Watching AZ live from Valencia, Spain. First time watching AZ in Europe. What a euphoric feeling this is. Happy for you, Joe from MIA. Spain's a lovely country. I've been there numerous times. Been to Barca, been to Madrid, been to Fuerteventura, and a few. I can't remember the other place I've been to. I think that might be it. Yeah, so far. But yeah, Spain's fucking lovely. I think all parts of Spain are lovely. Mostly for the pinchos. Mostly for the pinchos. That whole culture of like going to a bar and they also serve like snacks and stuff, like little omelets, little baguettes, like, oh, it's just phenomenal. And some places do some things, some places do other things. Like, it's truly phenomenal to kind of explore that whole kind of scene, you know, the cortados, the fucking little, you know, beers and stuff. Like, just perfect. They really have figured out that outdoor life. To be honest, most places in Europe are like that. Most Mediterranean countries have figured out how to fucking enjoy the outdoors and, you know, be outside for the most part during the summers and stuff, and really enjoy the company of their friends and others, you know, over some beer and some food and shit. So yeah, I recommend you just drink and eat as much as you can, sit around and people watch, and that's the life. Really, that really is the life, man. That really is the life. Just sitting and watching, eating and stuff, minding your business, reading a book, sleeping, you know, oogling some fucking baddies, you know, that walk by from time to time. It's all fucking lovely. It's all good vibes, man. All fucking good vibes. Let's continue. Actually, no, I want to check out this video here. This video just popped up on my feed. Let me see this. Is this new? Mark Maron's war against anti-woke comics. What's this about? Who's he talking about?
I've been seeing like Jeselnik having an issue with people like Tony Hinchcliffe, who he's saying uses profanity or just shock value comedy. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, at this point, it's lazy and sloppy and hackneyed. You know, to be in a fucking club where, you know, I'm walking down the hall at the comedy club, at the Comedy Store, and, you know, in one room, someone's doing their bit about trans people, and then I get down the hall and there's someone on stage going, well, I guess I got to do my bit about trans people. Like, no, you don't. You don't. It's hack now. I mean, you know, you guys got the freedom you wanted. You can now say whatever you want. They're defeated. Their rights have been denied. The policies that you guys encouraged with your stupid material are now policy. And now, like, you know, half the people under the umbrella of anti-woke, we've lost a tremendous amount of democratic-leaning ideas and movements. So whether they knew it or not, that's what they were spearheading. So now it's reality, and you want to still keep kicking them?
I don't know that the comedians have had that much power.
Are you fucking out of your mind?
I think most comedians that were going on that whole, you know, trans joke thing, gay joke thing, whatever, I think it's just because it was just taboo at the time. You know, I don't think it was that deep, you know? I don't think it was that deep. I just think they thought because it was taboo and it was a thing that you weren't meant to say, that they were going to say it. Obviously they killed it and they fucking beat it, you know, until there was nothing else left to beat. You know, a good example being Dave Chappelle. No one's more tired of his fucking trans joke than I am. I'm fucking over it. But he also loves winding people up, so he's not going to stop because he knows he gets under people's skins. But I don't think they thought that deeply about it. I'm not going to lie. I don't think they thought that deeply about it. I could be wrong. I could be extending them the benefit of the doubt that they don't deserve, but I don't think these stand-up comedians are thinking that deep about it. I just think they wanted to piss people off. It was a thing that you weren't allowed to speak about or to say, and they wanted to say it, but I could be wrong.
No, I'm being
Yeah,
serious.
Joe Rogan. I'm not gonna.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, you can't separate. Like, if the movement is like, you know, we're being censored. No, you're not. You're not. There's no constitutional censorship issue with your free speech.
Exactly.
You say things, and in a democratic shit show of an environment, you know, like Twitter or whatever, there's cultural pushback. And I'm not saying that it wasn't. It was pretty bad in terms of, you know, people getting canceled and stuff, and I agree that was an issue, but that's a specific issue. To frame it as some sort of free speech problem was a misdirect. It wasn't. It wasn't a free speech problem. It was that people were getting cultural pushback. That is not a constitutional issue. No one was being put in jail for saying anything. That's a free speech issue. But
and to be fair, a lot of those guys were gaining a lot of the traction. They were gaining a lot out of it, you know. The cancellations were actually helping their career. So they were making it seem like they were losing everything, but they weren't, because they had nothing to lose in the first place. Most of these guys were coming up. They were just getting their podcasts established. They were establishing themselves. You know, maybe some of them lost some sponsors here and there, but I think the net benefit was greater than what they lost. Like, look at Shane Gillis, right? He got cancelled, quote unquote, for that Asian joke that he made, but it's been a net positive for his career in the long term. So this whole, oh, I'm cancelled thing, I'm gonna cry, they're trying to cancel me, they're trying to stifle my voice, they won't let me have free speech, I'm speaking truth to power, all this sort of nonsense, was their version, stand-up comedians' versions of a grift, to essentially act like they were being silenced so that the fans could rally behind them to then boost what they're doing to let them make more money. A good point is, you know, a case, you know, in point being fucking Andrew Schultz and his fucking, you know, whole approach to marketing his stand-up special was all about, oh, I can't say this thing, I can't say this thing. It's like, bro, you can say whatever you want, man. Like, relax.
my problem is you're going to start talking about anti-woke, and that's going to be your point of view. That's going to be your ideological, you know, grounding for what you do. Okay, that's fine, but why does it have to be the same four fucking things? You know, it's like they talk about the same shit, and I don't know a better definition of hack. I mean, after a certain point, it's like, you know, what? So what juice does the word retard really have? How much shit do you have to give trans people?
I just wish Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura were around so he could go on their show and say these things, because they're essentially the definition of hacks. I'd love to hear him say these rants that he's been going on other shows and saying, and direct him, or say specifically to Bert, say specifically to guys like Tom Segura, how that would land. That would be fucking great to fucking see.
You know, what is your big problem with gay people? What's your big problem with women? It's like, what is this, the fucking 80s again? And it's so, to me, the problem is that language evolves. Okay, we don't use the word chink anymore. Well, maybe some of them do. You don't use the word
Jesus Christ.
word Oriental anymore. You know, you don't use the word colored anymore. Is that, you know,
fucking hell, he's gonna go through them. Is he gonna go through every word you're not meant to say? Jesus Christ. I felt attacked there when he said colored. I felt attacked.
in a democratic world, people learn to treat other people with respect, communities, and live with it. So this pushback, I don't know what I don't know how you frame it as anything other than.
But I think it's an outward vocalization of the time. You know, I just went and saw Ricky Gervais at the Hollywood Bowl.
What a bore!
No.
Wow. I would have thought he'd be a fan of Ricky Gervais. I'm not gonna lie. Damn, man, I completely misread Mark Maron. I would have thought he was a fan of Ricky Gervais. I thought they would have had like some sort of similarities. Like he's like the UK version of Ricky. Honestly, I'm really surprised he's not a fan of Ricky Gervais. I would have thought they would be way more, you know, they would be like kindred spirits. What a bore. Jesus Christ, what does he like?
Oh, brilliant.
You loved it.
I loved it.
All right, go ahead.
Fucking brilliant.
All right.
Fucking brilliant. And he talked about kind of like this on stage. I think this new show is called Mortality. And he talked about, you know, what we are.
Look at the grimace on his face.
I think this new show is called Mortality.
He even hates the name.
And he talked about.
Look at his face. Look at that grimace. Look at that grimace on his face when he hears the name of the special. Look at him pucker up his lips. He's such a hater. He even hates the name of Ricky Gervais's up and coming show or his tour or whatever, right? He even hates the name. He's such a hater. I love it. I love it. He's such a hater. True to the bone. True to the core. Fucking hell. He flinched when he heard it. Oh.
Like this on stage. I think this new show is called Mortality. And he talked about, what we are appalled at or what we think is stupid is all about the time. And this is what I'm talking about, our cultural shift. We're not shifting it, it's shifting. He goes like, listen, right now, everybody talks, the worst thing you can be is a racist. You can't, and it is right now. I mean, if that's probably the number one negative.
I don't think that's true. I think that maybe since he's written that show, the screw is turned. It doesn't seem to be the most negative thing at all. But we have a president who's a racist. And he's very popular.
He's not identified as one, though.
Well, how much digging do you have to do? Get me on a computer. I can do it in 2 clicks.
No, I know, but half the country doesn't agree with you.
So it's not the biggest problem, is it?
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, man. Why is he so mad, man? Relax, bro. Relax. He's so fucking angry. Yo, chill, man. Chill.
It's, if you call him that, it's incredibly.
People call him that every day.
I know, and they are hating it.
Who is?
The people that are following that side.
But I'm just saying that the premise is faulty.
Well, let me tell you that, but let me finish the premise. The premise is whatever you believe is a racist move. If he lived, Ricky Gervais lived 100 years ago and bought 100 slaves, he's an aristocrat. He's not a racist. He would be applauded for owning a plantation and being that. And because he doesn't live there.
Well, we're coming close to that again. So I still think the timing is off.
But the point is, right now, if somebody tried to buy 100 slaves and had, African-American people working for them.
It's going to be Mexicans. Or it's going to be white people.
The Mexicans are being thrown out.
Can we maybe not speak about African-American slaves and maybe speak about your people, fucking Howie Mandel? What the fuck's that about? Why was that the first fucking example? We need more African-American slaves. It's like, brother, let's talk about your people. I'll go on for that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, until they create a new cast of people that'll fill those jobs. I mean, I don't want to get into politics.
Go ahead.
No, it's
I don't mind.
I
love your passion.
I understand what you're saying, and I
love your passion. Please continue talking. I need to pay for my mortgage this month. Please continue talking. My daughter needs to go to private school. Please continue talking. I need a new Maserati. Please.
Think you can say whatever you want. I don't care. I have no, I've been filthy. I've said all the bad things on stage. I've been doing this a long time under the radar in a lot of ways, and I have tried everything. I've done things that were inappropriate on stage. I've said things that were inappropriate on stage, and my experience with people receiving those things and talking to people, and I've evolved the way I present comedy. I think when you talk about Jeselnik, he's just saying that, isn't there a creativity workaround that could be funny without creating this juice that just comes from using words that used to be kind of triggering and are less now because the dominant cultural force is now slightly fascistic and leaning towards alienating those voices. So now that we've crossed that hump into what we are now, aren't you just kicking someone when they're down and just being a hack? Because there is no real progressive pushback anymore. They've won. Right, so that side has won. They've won culture, and they've won the presidency, and now you have a lot of frightened people that believe in what was once democracy in terms of respecting all types of people. That's kind of gone.
Exactly.
So do you continue along that track of being the victim of some liberal conspiracy when it clearly is over? I don't know. So maybe I stand with Jeselnik.
Yeah, my understanding of what he was saying was less about politics and where we are as a culture and society right now, and more about the art of comedy. And to him, it's not comedy just to say something shocking.
That's
But
right. So
it's-
you will work around.
Yeah,
You know,
that-
be more creative.
Yeah.
Don't be a hack.
But you also are giving comedy a lot more power than I think it has in our society.
I think that might have been true a few years ago, but I don't think that's true anymore. Because with what you're doing now, what you're doing here, once old-time show business, look, if you connect all this anti-elitism, anti-Hollywood talk to right-wing ideology and propaganda, what has happened now is that old-time show business is anemic. It's dead.
Yes.
And so, what's happened is, and in a good way, entrepreneurial way, which is, sort of, your bag, is that, you can start your own show business. And you can find your own audience.
Okay.
Right. And, that all, seemed pretty good. But if a lot of, and these are comics, if the audience that you build has decided they know what real comedy is, they know that woke people suck, they know that, whatever, scientists are liars, they know that, whatever the ideology.
That's such a good summation. That's such a good summation of what Rogan and those guys are about, isn't it? Woke is whack, scientists lie. Use Google. You can be your own scientist. You can be your own doctor. You don't need them. Experts. Who needs experts? Who needs experts when you got Google?
Logical foundation of that audience is if you're a comic at the tip of that iceberg and you're championing that just by being funny and then skirting the responsibility by saying like, yeah, I'm just a comic, my fans are my fans, then I think you're being disingenuous or stupid. I do think that comedy or certain comedians have a great deal of cultural weight now. You don't have
when I was coming up,
I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I don't know about that cultural weight thing. I don't know, man. I don't know about that cultural weight thing. I'm not too sure if that's the responsibility of the comedian or if that's just the fans or the attention that you get put on you that pedestal. But then should you have to then acquiesce to it? Should you have to, be conscious of it and adjust? I don't know. I just don't think it's fair. Like if somebody blows up, right, as a stand-up comedian podcast guy and they become the next big thing, like, should they really be responsible for every fucking little thing that may transpire off the back of their show? Because they have certain discussions, because they talk about certain things, have certain guests on. Do they now have to suddenly become like a news network, a broadcaster? Like, come on, man. Like, somehow have journalistic standards. 1 minute it was them just talking shit in their fucking garage. Next minute they gotta have like fact checkers and shit. Like, come on, man. Come on. Where's the fun in that? Where's the fun? But then I do sometimes get annoyed with the guys, especially comedians, who do that thing of like, oh, I'm just a comedian, hiding behind that, when they know clearly what they're doing. They know who they're positioning themselves against or with. They know who they're speaking to. They know who their audience is. They know what they're about. And it's like, I'm just a comedian, feigning responsibility that way can be a little bit annoying, but I don't think it should be kind of forced on them to own up to that as well, if that makes any sense. I don't really know. But big up big up Mark Maron anyway. He's a fucking psycho. I love how much he hates. I love that his hate comes from purely the soul, the depths of his soul. I love how much he hates Rogan and shit. And it's a breath of fresh air, I'm not gonna lie. We've had enough of those guys, selling what they're selling. It's quite cool. It's quite good to hear somebody of his stature as well, because a lot of these guys won't listen to Mark Maron if he wasn't fucking Mark Maron. It's good that we've got somebody of that level here of his success, openly calling out Rogan and stuff. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's refreshing, and it at least gives you some hope that all of these guys aren't kind of obsessed with Rogan and licking his taint and kind of accepting everything else is given to them. There are some people out there that are resisting, pushing against it. But the dislike ratio is interesting, and I want to see the dislike ratio. Look at that. 190 dislikes to 381 likes. So I want to read the comments quickly and see what the people are saying. It seems that the fans aren't too happy. What are they saying on the comment section here? Howie thinks people in America owned slaves 100 years ago. Howie says comedy has no power. Why did Trump and Vance make the rounds on comedy podcast then? True. It's funny watching the comics that back the wrong horse get all jealous and indignant now. Mark is spot on. How is this the fucking 80s again? That's the truth. Constantly attacking strawmen is so hackney. 40 plus years of stand up, and Mark has only bitterness and jealousy to show for it. But then again, can you blame him though? Like, can you blame him? After watching that special, can you blame Mark Maron for being like bitter and jealous? Like, I generally think he kind of walks all over it when it comes to stand-up comedy. And I'm not even the biggest fan of Mark Maron's brand or style of stand-up comedy. I think it can be a little bit boring. It can be a little bit, you know, it can drag on a bit. But there's no denying that he's 10 times a comedian that Joe Rogan is. But Joe Rogan is infinitely more wealthy than Mark Maron will ever be. So can you blame him for being a little bit bitter that Rogan has gone on to achieve things in his career that Mark Maron will probably never ever achieve? I think it's perfectly fine for him to be like that. I'm not gonna lie, man. Another one says here, I've said all the bad things on stage. Mark admits revealing his hypocrisy, and while he doesn't like what he did, instead of apologizing for it and demonstrating a better example for future comics, he complains miserably about other people and what they were doing, demands that they stop or else he'll get off their lawn. Nobody's complaining about this anymore. Mark is off the mark. Nobody even listens to Mark anymore. Remember when Mark went on to attack campaigns against Jon Stewart? The guy just targets anyone more popular than him in desperate attempt to stay relevant. It wasn't just a cultural pushback. Individuals were being kicked off social platforms and political views and comments. That's censorship no matter what political side you're on. This is really all started when unfunny people use cancellation as their excuse for not making it. Talking about the things that get, but that's the thing though, like, how unfunny were those people? How unfunny were those people? The people that use cancel culture as a way to get themselves on, how unfunny were they compared to the people they replaced? I think you're fucking splitting hairs here, man. I think generally the talent, generally the ability level of stand-up comedians across the board is pretty fucking wank. So I understand why some people wanted to kind of, you know, push themselves in DEI ways and shit and get a leg up, because most of the people that were ahead of them were only ahead of them through time, connections, all this malarkey, but they weren't ahead of them because of talent, because of ability, because of performance, stage presence, jokes and shit. Nah, they just got lucky, some of them. So I don't know, man. You gotta get it how you get it. He was on his way to being a part of being the woke machine. Now he's upset they all got burned down. If something is funny, it's funny. Making fun of minorities will always be funny. Jesus Christ. Making fun of minorities will always be funny, as delivery was well crafted. It's why guys like Shane Gillis and Theo Von are extremely popular, because they make fun of minorities. What's this guy talking about? The fact that Mark Maron is butthurt about this gives everyone more reason to lean into the offensive jokes that deflates Mark of inflated ego. I don't know what that guy's on about. I think he's trying to have his ass there. Bitter old man is mad at other more successful people than him in his career should be a title. Mark's bored with Gervais. I like Mark's comedy, but Gervais is way more clever and funny. Mark really loves the plot here, loses the plot here, blah blah blah. So yeah, the fans aren't happy. Some of the fans of Howie Mandel's pod are not happy with Mark Maron. Interesting state of affairs. Big up Howie Mandel, big up Mark Maron. Next, we got a quick update regarding Dr. Umar. I mentioned it previously in another live stream that I was fascinated that Dr. Umar Johnson had declared on the internet that he was broke and he needed money, despite his fans giving him millions over the years. Allegedly, he had been you know, his bank account details had been hacked into, frozen. I don't know what happened whilst he was out there in Australia, or no, South Africa, sorry. So he was kind of somewhat stranded, I'm assuming, trying to find some money. I guess eventually he got hold of some money to get back to the land of the living. Where's he living in? Is it America? I think it's America. I'm pretty sure. Not Australia, is it? I'm pretty sure it's America. But anyway, he got back to America, and now he's basically flexing on everybody that was hating on him and basically saying, hey, haha, I'm back, I'm good, you motherfuckers were hating for no reason. So let's play the video.
Thank you. I said, this is your big brother, Intercontinental Ifa Tunde,
Welcome to
You're not my big brother. You're definitely not my big brother.
Black August, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Black August, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Black August, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Leo season. I'm wearing my Haitian flag today. Where my Haitian Africans at? I'm wearing my Haitian flag today. Where my Haitian Africans at? I'm wearing my Haitian flag today. Where my Haitian Africans at, brothers and sisters? Listen.
You just look at him, you can tell he's a scammer, innit? I love him, but you can just tell he's a scammer, innit? You know he's gonna sell you down the river. He's gonna sell you the bag of fucking rocks and call it an iPhone. You just know it. You just know it.
Listen. All I want to say to you right now is thank you to those who have been riding with the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Thank you to those who have been standing strong with Ifatunde Oguntade. Thank you to my day one ride or dies.
So he's smiling like that because somebody must have sent him a fat donation. That's probably why he's smiling like that. Somebody must have sent him a fat donation while he's out there in Africa. He picked up a couple of 8 balls. He's been having a good time. He's nice and rested, hydrated and shit. That's why he's got that smile on his face. That's the smile that you have on your face when somebody gives you money, you know? Not money you've earned, but when someone just gives you free money, that's the smile you have on your face, you know?
Thank you to the haters, the instigators, the defamers. That's all I'ma say.
Jesus Christ.
To the haters.
That's a fucking that's a flocker finger, isn't it? That's the flocker finger, bro. For someone that begs a lot, he doesn't miss any meals, does he, eh? For someone that begs a lot, he does not miss any meals, that's for sure.
Instigators and defamers. That's all I'm going to say. To the haters, instigators, and defamers, that's all we gonna say. That's all we ain't got no more words. Okay. We ain't got no more words, brothers and sisters. I'm at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. The accounts are still frozen. We looking into it. The accounts are still frozen, brothers and sisters. We're supposed to.
Man's only got one bank account, you know. He's trying to open a school. He's got his own businesses. He consults. He goes on podcasts and shit. Blah, 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 blah. But he's only got one bank account. He's only got one way to access his funds. One source of income. What would that, you know, all of these sources of incomes go into one bank account only. Jesus Christ. Okay. Whatever you have to say, mate.
They hear back Friday. We're supposed to hear back Friday. That sounds like Monday to me. The bank is giving us the runaround. We ain't got our check back. So we about to operate attorneys. Attorneys is about to get involved because we were told that when your account gets canceled, you're supposed to get your refund check for the amount that was in the account. We have not received that yet. So there's some funny business going on right now, brothers and sisters. There's some funny business going on.
I like how he never received a phone call. Usually when your bank account, when that happens to your bank, or something happens with your bank, right? It gets flagged or whatever, it gets temporarily fucking, whatever, suspended. You always get a phone call. It's usually instantaneous. They always call you because they have, you have your number on fucking file. So the fact that he never received a phone call and he's in the dark, has no idea what's, it's like, come on, bro, this isn't true. This isn't facts. Like, we've all had, we've all been in situations where, it's got a bit sticky sometimes, maybe you lost something, whatever it may be. You can easily get that shit back. Like, you can easily, it's not as hard as you try to make it seem as. It's not as complicated as you're making it seem as. No fucking way.
On right now, brothers and sisters, but we're going to take care of all that. Stay patient. Stay positive. Stay patient. Stay positive. They messing with our bills. They messing with our automatic payments. They messing up a lot of stuff with this frozen account. They froze me and they froze the school. They froze me and they froze the school.
But if you only have one account, surely they only froze you. No? Why is he like he didn't admit this already? That he's only got one bank account. Why is he not trying to make it seem like they frozen up? No, they didn't frozen. There was no other account. You had one account. Like, what are you talking about?
But that's all right. That's all right. We're going to stay patient. We're going to stay positive, and we're going to see what they say on Friday, no later than Monday. But we need our check back so we can open up a new account and keep the ball rolling. We need our check back so we can open up a new account and keep the ball rolling.
Keep the scam going. Keep the scam going.
Saying a lot of things. I'm only going to say this to the Tfatk faithful. There's a lot of people saying a lot of things, but I'm going to say this to the Tfatk faithful. Don't get put in the book of Negroes. Don't get put in the book of Negroes.
What?
Don't get put in the book of Negroes.
What's that mean?
Brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
As we get ready for August the 21st, Haitian Revolution Day, Nat Turner Revolution Day, George Jackson Revolution Day, birth of Black Jesus and birth of Tfatk. As we get closer to August the 21st, the grand finale of Leo season, Haitian Revolution Day, Nat Turner.
Guys into astrology, you know he's scamming. A guy like this, a grown-ass black man like this that's into his fucking astrology, you just know he's scamming. You just know there's a play running.
Revolution Day, George Jackson Revolution Day, birth of Black Jesus and birth of King Kong Consciousness Day. We still working on the renovations, brothers and sisters.
Sure.
We're going to rekey them classroom doors. We're going to lay this tile down. And we're going to apply for the certificate of occupancy. Do anybody got a problem with what I just said?
Lay a towel down.
Does any, I'm only talking to my supporters and donors. If you're not a supporter or a donor, hop off the live. If you're not a supporter or a donor, hop off the live. See, everybody talking is YouTubian struggle streamers who don't donate. I ain't heard a slander yet from somebody who actually donates. All I see is jealous people, envious people, opportunists, instigators, YouTubian struggle streamers.
Jesus. YouTubian struggle streamers.
Nobody hating is a donor. Nobody hating is a donor. Don't you find that funny? Nobody slandering us is a donor, bro.
But why would a donor give you money? It's a strange thing. Like, a lot of locals say this sort of thing. Oh my God, none of the haters, you don't have anyone say, you know, haters don't give money, they just talk shit. But if somebody doesn't like you, if somebody's actively trying to bring you down, is actually trying to get you quote-unquote cancelled, taken off from a certain platform, whatever it may be, take away your source of income or living and shit, it's fair to say that person does not like or rate you, you know? It's not that hard to fucking understand. So why would they give you money? It's so weird that they speak about this sort of shit. But hey, he's back out. He's back outside. He's got your money. He's happy. Let's see how long this lasts. I'm curious to see how long we're gonna get another video of him begging and pleading his fans give him money. I'm curious to see what lie he brings up, what lie he makes up. But he's run through quite a few lies, you know, per people's birthdays, always malarkey. So I'm curious to see what lie he comes back with. It's very soon, because you know he's a master of these lies. Anyway, let's move on. Have you guys heard this story? This is pretty fucking awful, man. Look at this story. Pretty fucking awful. Aspiring Russian influencer mum breaks spine after attempting viral Nicki Minaj inspired TikTok challenge. I'm sure some of you guys may have seen that TikTok challenge where people are like crossing their legs in a almost like pistol squat sort of style, similar to what Nicki Minaj did in a picture many years ago. And it's gone viral, people doing it in various levels of difficulty all over the place. This particular Russian influencer decided to do it, and she broke her fucking spine. A Russian mummy blogger broke her spine while attempting the viral Nicki Minaj stiletto challenge. Mariana Barutkina, 32, an inspiring influencer with just over 1,200 followers on Instagram. You broke your back for less than 2K followers. She broke her spine for less than 2K followers. No way. Hopefully she has more on TikTok, because that's fucking obscene. Tried the super bass singer inspired trend just weeks ago after giving birth. Ended up back in the doctor's office after taking a scary tumble, TMZ reported. That's her falling there. The video posted by Coutinho on Instagram shows her attempting the 1-foot squat in her heels on a baby formula container, which is balanced on a sauce pot that is itself placed on a marble top kitchen island. The pot slips, the self-confessed newbie mummy blogger falls backwards off the counter towards the ground, causing serious injury. The quote, "I decided to start blogging. The first content shooting. I'm here leaving the doctor diagnosis with a compression bending, uncomplicated fracture of the body." Jesus Christ.
You have a gun?
Yo, big up Black American.
She's got to get to 4,000 somehow. B.
Brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. I'm criticizing her for doing it only for 2,000 fans or less than 2,000, but how's she gonna get the 2,000 if she doesn't do it? We got Black American. Brilliant. The irony, karma, or just life, which always tests our strength in the most unexpected moment. That's the mummy blogger there. Barcatina was attempting the acrobatic Nicki Minaj High School Challenge, which these wannabe influencers and trend troppers recreated the Bomb Tracker's iconic 2013 music video High School. Is there a video clip? I actually want to see what it looks like. What does it look like her fall? Let's see. Can we see the video clip of the fall? Oh, she took it down. She took it down. Oh no, there it is. That might be it, right? Yeah, this is it right there. Let's see this. Oh, we don't see it. Oh man, we don't see it. That's lame. But yeah, that's a high fucking hell. That's a high island. Oh, Jesus Christ. Her coccyx and stuff must have been feeling terrible. But by the way, how does that person not catch her? That's a good question. This person here, how do you not catch her? Like, really? How's she not able to grab her before? And the camera panning away the way it did. I wonder if this is a skit. This doesn't feel legit. I'm not too sure if I believe this, you know. The more I look at it, it seems oddly suspicious, you know. There's probably some cushions back there. The cameraman pans away. The woman that can't hold on to, like, come on, man. I don't know if I buy this. Huh? But how do you not catch her though? This one there. How? So many opportunities just to hold her arm. Or even to hold her waist. Hold her knee, her leg, her ankle. Like, how do you not grab her? Like, what the fuck is this? Oh, fucking brilliant. Gotta love the influencers. What's her update? She got an update video. What's the update video here? Let's see a translation. Because of one video which was unsuccessfully filmed, I woke up a popular person. More than 50 people sent me a reel with different publications today. Even Vondovia herself put me up. People, thank you for the popularity, for your concerns and for your comments. I'm doing great, following the guidelines and now living in a star status. P.S. There will be reports and communication with journalists. Whoever worries about my child is also calm. He has 2 nannies, and while I was filming, one of them was with him. Jesus, what a flex. Okay. Fair enough. She's flexing, she's enjoying it, she's having a good time. She's now got 1,512 followers, so she's lost a bunch, it looks like. She might have lost a couple, but she's also gained some attention, so, you know. Big up Mariana. Big up Mariana. Big up Mariana. Moving on. Look at Trump. Trump climbed the roof of the White House at the and the press is yelling questions at him. I have no idea what this was about. Someone in the stream chat, please explain it to me. Why was Trump on the roof of the White House, please? What's going on up in there? Was he trying to recreate a scene from like a New York fucking rooftop or something? Like, what the fuck was he doing?
White House is taking questions, or he was just a few moments ago. Let's listen in, please.
Looking good, Peter.
Now, what's he doing up there? Like, what is that?
We'll show you.
Oh, okay. It's not the. Okay, they made it seem like it was a roof of the. Man, these fucking people. They made it seem like it was a roof of the White House, like he was on the roof of the main building. He's on the roof of one of the annexed houses, one of the wings of the White House. He's not on the roof. Come on, man. Honestly, some of the media and their spin as well on things. He's not on, like, I don't know. That's barely, that's like one of the outhouses, right? I don't know what that place is. Maybe it's a dining hall or something, but it's like one level. Come on, let's relax. Let's relax.
Another way to spend my money for the country. Anything I do is financed by me, so you're not the way it's contributed. Just like my salary is contributed, but nobody ever mentions that.
Like, what was that about? Honestly, man, the country's on fire. He's been accused of being a PDF and he's on the roof, like, he's on the roof having a little rooftop party. Fair play, innit? Fair play, I guess. It's summertime. Everyone else is having rooftop parties. Why can't he have a rooftop party, I guess? Why can't he have a rooftop party? Here's some questions. Trump, the Epstein files is a hoax. Trump got asked again about the Epstein files, and, you know, he's repeating that line about them being a hoax, which is interesting. Everything's a hoax. Everything that he doesn't agree with or he doesn't like is a hoax. Okay, cool.
Vice President Vance hosting a gathering this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation?
Is he working on what?
Is he hosting some kind of gathering of top advisors this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation?
I don't know. I could ask you that question. I don't know of it, but I think here's the man right here.
I saw it reported today, and it's completely fake news. We're not meeting to talk about the Epstein situation. And I think the reporter who
is that Tim Cook from Apple? That is, isn't it, right? What the fuck was Tim Cook from Apple doing there? Jesus Christ. Okay, fair play.
Look, the whole thing is a hoax. It's put out by the Democrats because we've had the most successful 6 months in the history of our country. And that's just a way of trying to divert attention to something that's total bullshit. Okay? Yeah, please.
Strong words. Strong words. Total BS from the fucking big man, eh? Total BS. Well, release the list then. Release the list if it's total BS, big dog. Another clip here. I think Elon Musk is a good person. Shit. Elon was the one that started the ball rolling, wasn't he? He's the one that implicated Trump in the whole Epstein list in the first place. And now Trump's kind of, you know, extending the olive branch. I wonder what's happening there. What's going on behind the scenes?
I'm wondering, do you miss having him around the White House, or is that poll accurate?
Do you miss having him around?
I don't know if the poll's accurate. I think he's a good person. I think he had a bad moment, really bad moment. But he's a good person. I believe that.
President Trump, are you keeping that 10 to 12 day deadline? China is easy.
I'm wondering, do you miss having...
He's a good person. He's a good person. Fair play, man. He's a good person. Yeah, I believe that. I bet you do, man. That money was good. That fucking money. Those donations were fucking brilliant. You'd imagine. Those donations were absolutely brilliant, 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 brilliant. But here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Moving on. Mutahar. I've been covering this a little bit on the Taz show. Should have probably covered it on here. But Mutahar, aka Some Ordinary Gamer, has gone through a little bit of a difficult week where he's been exposed for essentially being very liberal in his use. Being very you know, not really telling the whole truth when it comes to his background, when it comes to his education, when it comes to his engineering expertise or lack thereof. One bored YouTuber decided one day to go through all the transcripts of all of his fucking videos and found out that there were some inconsistencies in the way Mutahar described himself or his experience working as an engineer. And you know, quite quickly in the video, you get a feeling that Mutahar may be telling some porcupines about his background and shit. And it's funny because this is like one of those like reverse racism things where he clearly is saying those type of things because he feels like people already look at him and think the way he kind of dresses, he's obviously his ethnicity and shit, you would maybe think that, oh, he actually is good with computers. So if he then tells you he's an engineer, it's going to lend more credence, lend more weight to his criticisms of certain tech, which is what he's kind of, you know, done for the last 10 years. That's the most impressive part. I get why he lied. I get why he'd want to spin it a certain way to make himself look cooler or appear cooler. For me, the most impressive thing about it is that he has maintained this lie for 10 years. 10 years he's kept on with this lie. Anyway, a lot of people have been talking about it. One of the people that I've been following talking about it is this guy called Harmful Opinions. He's got a couple of new videos out regarding Mutahar's, you know, fake engineering credentials. And then I'm going to play you Mutahar's response because he finally did respond. After a week or so, Mutahar finally responded to Nick Andros' video, basically calling him out to be a fake engineer. So we're going to watch a couple of these videos from Harmful Opinions. Then we're going to go straight over to Mutahar's response to all the claims that he's a fake engineer. The first video we're going to check out is this one, Harmful Opinions, Mutahar's military claims. I can't wait for this. If this is what I'm thinking it's going to be, like him pretending or him lying about being in the military, this is going to be fucking fantastic. He just reminds me of so many kids I grew up with in my area who used to fucking lie so much about their upbringing, but I guess from the area that I was in or brought up in, it was not the most, you know, affluent. It was kind of poor, so maybe you could excuse them for lying that much because they had to kind of create this, you know, in this surrounding in their heads to kind of make life worth living because their reality was so fucking bleak. But Mutahar, you know, I think he just wanted to look cool.
That's the face that says I should have picked engineering in college.
For those of you unaware of current drama, it turns out Mutahar of Some Ordinary Gamers is a man who likes to tell stories about himself. Now that in itself isn't a problem. I personally love to share stories about what I've been up to. But he has this habit of talking about the same thing multiple times in ways that give very different impressions. Just as a quick example before we get into today's topic, one of the main ones people have picked up on is how he talks about his education. In a 2019 stream, he was asked about his academic background.
Education background, asking because a lot of CS knowledge. Yeah, well, I did computer engineering when I went to college. That's what I did. And then I switched my career to post-production and film editing because it was just far more interesting and lucrative, I guess, if that adds. Anyways, though, I'm going to end the stream for tonight.
I would suggest that if you're asked about your educational background and you say you went to college for computer engineering, you are telling that person you got a qualification. In this case, because it was a live stream, he was telling the world that. But of course, elsewhere, you can find him saying he never got his degree.
You should totally ignore college. I don't use my degree, and I haven't used it for like 6 years.
I didn't even get my degree, dude. That's the best part.
Yeah, nah, fuck college.
I remember the best part about high school was my 12th grade English teacher said that I would amount to a failure.
He's a guy who said what seems to be the truth in some places, if apparently inebriated enough, but is happy to paint a different picture when he's more on the ball. Oh, but technically he did go to college for it, for 1 semester. Alright. Try pulling that with the people in your life and enjoy your reputation as a weird lying freak. And another area of his life he seems to have done this in, but I haven't seen anyone picking up on, is his past interest in the military. In 2023, Mutahar was asked about his ability to speak French, and he said this.
I can speak it, like if you put a gun to my fucking head.
What kind of lie is that? What kind of lie? Like, it's either you can or you can't. Like, what? I can speak it if you put a gun to my head. I don't think languages work that way. I'm not gonna lie. Language. Speaking of a language, it doesn't work that way. Put a gun to my head. I'm fucking bilingual. Like, it doesn't work that way. Suddenly I'm a polyglot. You know. Stick it hot. Put a grenade in my hand. Suddenly I'm a hyper polyglot. It doesn't work that way, sir.
Actually, no, I know enough, like, I could get by speaking French, because there was a period of my life where I was joining the Royal Air Force here, like the Canadian Air Force here, and if you join a government, like, military position, you have to know both languages, kind of. So
Turns out that Mutahar, the engineer and globe-trotting film producer, was also joining the Royal Air Force.
military was like, this was like way back in the day. Like this was like before high school. And
what? He does clarify.
This never happened.
Fair enough. I'll believe him on that.
But like
this is like the dream of like a neckbeard, isn't it? Like a dork, like a geek, having this like just fanciful tales about yourself. Like it's so sad. You can tell, isn't it? He wishes he was that guy. And it's like, brother, like honestly.
The only reason I looked at the Air Force is like I couldn't afford university, and I wasn't going to go through a loan, so I was like...
Oh, when he said he was joining the Royal Air Force, he meant he was fantasizing about doing that as a way to pay for a degree. Because at the time, before high school, he couldn't afford university and didn't want to take a loan. But didn't happen, never tried to do that, whatever. It was just a pre-high school fantasy. That on its own, I guess, is whatever. But there's something a bit weird here going on. A couple years earlier, talking to Dr. K of Healthy Gamer GG, he'd told a similar story. This time, though, it wasn't the Royal Canadian Air Force, but the Army. He says it was after high school. And he says he did actually apply.
After high school, it was just... I actually applied to the Army, but, you know, that didn't go anywhere. And eventually, I just worked.
I
went to university for computer sciences, and that's it.
To be clear, in this interview, he does clarify that he was a dropout.
When I thought when I got into university for a while, and I dropped out like a semester in, because I was like, okay, no, I'm not doing... Because University of Toronto, like, the first semester that you went in, you paid this crazy amount.
There's a slightly questionable thing here as well, though. He explains to Dr. K that the reason he dropped out was that school's very, very expensive, and at the same time he was getting more work on the side. So he had to choose, does he pursue that, or does he pursue school?
At this point, I started, you know, getting more work on the side. I started building up a career, so I was like, wait a minute, do I choose to go through this university path, which will work for me, or to go out on the career path? That's when I realized, like, okay, I'm on that tightrope.
But at the time, his explanation was significantly different. He would frequently thank his YouTube viewers for enabling him to get off the path he was on, one he found depressing. Not because he was making the calculation he was presenting to Dr. K, but because it simply wasn't what he wanted to do.
What else did I have forward to look to in my life? Future of a menial job and whatnot, you know, just becoming the standard 9-to-5 guy. No, at this point, you guys have made me change my entire career path. I am on my way to become what I want to be, a documentary filmmaker. All right, I'm on my way to become one of
another
those.
dream.
And he didn't simply leave education to pursue a career. He wasn't simply dropping education for work. He still needed a different education. He went to film school instead, which was his passion. Christ. I don't know, I think if I was talking to someone about this, I would have brought that up. Exactly. A minor point, sure, but why did none of his stories ever stay the same? On that topic, Dr. K asked him what work he was doing in high school.
And so you said you were working in high school? What kind of work did you do in high school?
Just computer work early end. That's what I was doing. You know, your basic like part-time work, nothing, you know, substantial. I was also a student at the time, and in fact, a lot of my work really ended up being just like basic community service work, just to rack on the hours.
That all sounds fine, doesn't it? But he's told that story before.
I was basically finishing up my, you know, high school diploma and everything. And at the time, you know, I worked a little computer programming job. I worked as a pen tester, you know what I mean? Like I got into the whole thing early. I had a couple connections. It's a pretty important job, and I was good at it. I made a fair amount of money at it, and you know, if I still did that job, shit, I'd be, you know, a lot more richer than I would be, you know, at any point in time. But bottom line is, I used to work a job like that out, and that was one of the...
By the way, as a segue, why hasn't there ever been a Metal Gear Solid movie? Someone's screaming at some window. But why hasn't there ever been a Metal Gear Solid movie? It seems like such a no-brainer that it would do well in the cinema. It kind of translate well to fucking, you know, to live action. I wonder why they've never tried to do one.
The careers that I had.
I guess now that's just become a little part-time job, and he mostly did community work. Back in the day, though, he was using that experience to make claims like this to hundreds of thousands of people.
Guys, I'm a computer, like, I'm a cybersecurity expert. I've worked in the business. I know what I'm doing, all right? And this is why I always give a disclaimer.
Oh, big up everyone in the stream chat. It's too much of a task. The video game technically has a movie at the end, I believe. Metal Gear Solid 4. It's like a movie already, I guess. Okay, cool. So there is movie elements too already. Big up Teju as well.
be careful. All right, let the professionals handle it. I'm a professional. I got this.
A lot of people aren't bothered. They don't think it's weird. He was just a baby. He was merely a freshly 21-year-old toddler. He's surely grown out of it. Me, I think it's weird as fuck. And back to the topic of this video after that tangent. There's another thing I find weird as fuck. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone recorded one of his streams and re-uploaded it. The stuff you'll see on the desktop is whatever that guy was doing. In this broadcast, he talks about his plan to go into the military, but he starts the story in a way I find very, very strange.
Let me just give you this scenario, okay? Like real quick. This is sort of my if I was in engineering.
If he was in engineering? What the hell does that mean? Oh, maybe he was saying if I wasn't in engineering, I'd go into the military. No, this is about how he was going to get his engineering degree.
One of the things that I was actually doing one day was like, before college or anything, I actually thought about, going into the military and shit. And when you go into the military, I was planning on going to the military to like study engineering.
But that didn't work out, he said to Dr. K.
I've never speak like that, It's a strange way of speaking, like trying to get clout or trying to get pats on the back for things that you were thinking of doing. It's an interesting way to speak. Maybe we're all kind of wired differently, but I would never take credit or gloat about something that I was thinking about doing. Oh yeah, I was thinking about going to that. What? But did you go to the military? Did you actually start? No, I didn't. Okay, then what? You want a pat on the back because you were thinking of joining the military? You were thinking, like, what? Did you do it or not? If you didn't, then shut the fuck up.
He said he didn't want to take a loan, so instead was he just going to pay out of pocket for an engineering degree with his side gigs? What is happening here? I'm happy to be shown I'm just misunderstanding things, and I'm lacking information. In fact, I'd love to hear the story because it sounds like it must be incredible. You can say he has a right to keep things private, but that's not quite right. He did, but he chose not to. He chose to.
Yo, big up Callen in the chat. Big up Callen in the chat. Exactly. Classic scammer bum talk. Exactly. Big up Keto Moses. This guy should have taken tits from Lex Freedom. Exactly. Big up Callen in the chat. Big up Keto Moses. Big up.
Blab endlessly about his life, actually, to an audience of thousands upon thousands of people. People aren't climbing in his damn walls. They're asking about public media he published. And Mutahar himself has warned against trusting people who claim expertise on the internet.
Assassin's Creed Shadows, a game that has so much controversy right now. Tons of grifty accounts online fell for this one fucking person lying about their, credentials as a Japanese university.
Isn't it funny as well? The biggest liars are also the most sensitive about others when they lie. Don't you find that interesting? The biggest liars are overly sensitive, overly paranoid about themselves being fucking lied to and scammed to. It's fucking hilarious.
Historian expert. Even though it took 5 seconds to Wayback Machine their account and
Yep, good tip. Thanks, Mutahar. I used it. Other tools as well are very useful for checking these things.
Figure out, oh, they were just some random white guy from, some part in Indiana, okay? Some random dude on the internet. And even if you took their Japanese, name, put it into the Tokyo University or whatever university they claim to be, you couldn't even find that person.
Wow. Another good tip. There's a tool that works just like that for engineers in your province. You plug someone's name in to see if they're licensed.
Jesus
See,
Christ.
People don't even want to do the bare minimum of research. Nobody wants to do even 5 minutes of research. But they'll believe anything an account says.
So fucking true.
Exactly.
Thank you, Muta. By the way, I've seen some people say he never claimed to be working as an engineer. Personally, I get a different impression from statements like this from 2023.
As an engineer, if I show up to my office and I fuck up,
yeah,
okay, I don't have a job anymore.
Okay.
I'm sure the guy who calls himself an engineer every 2 seconds and tells everyone YouTube isn't his job, he has a real one, was purely talking hypothetically.
Of course.
Let's hop back to that other clip. And he explains why, even if someone making such claims hasn't done something wrong yet, there's always a future threat if they're accepted as an authority and no one checks.
Okay.
Now imagine with generative AI taking the extra steps to, bulletproof this account and make it look even more legitimate. You could actually go beyond just goofing on Assassin's Creed Shadows and turn it into serious misinformation.
I'm now starting to believe the whole entire setup, everything about it was part of the fucking scheme and the lie. The disheveled look, the angle of the camera, all of the fucking tech stuff in the background, the table that's just cluttering and taking up space. But it does also kind of show that, he's always kind of arriving on bad timings. He's always arriving with stuff to do. You're like, Jesus Christos, man. Jeez, look at him strong arming people. I don't know. I find all of this manipulative. This whole thing.
Imagine an actual piece of misinformation suddenly showing up on national news, international news, spreading like wildfire. And it was not until the actual bomb blows that people start correcting themselves. That's a serious issue, and that's something that I think people need to watch out for going forward.
Damn straight. You gotta catch things early, check them, and get them straightened out. Because, you know, people have asked, well, what has he said that's wrong? And I have no idea.
Exactly.
That's the problem. As a layman listening to him, if he said something wrong, I would believe it's true.
Okay, we got harmful opinions. Let's go. Let's move on. Sorry about him yawning. Let's go and check MUTAHAR'S opinion. I want to hear what MUTAHAR'S been able to say. I'm curious to hear how MUTAHAR'S going to respond to this. So let's hear MUTAHAR'S response to being called out for being a fake engineer. How do you think he's going to reply as a guest in the stream chat? Do you think he's going to own up to it and just say, yep, you caught me out there, I totally lied, I exaggerate some of my expertise, some of my experience, some of my knowledge, but I'm still doing this and that and this? Or do you think he'll just kind of try to ignore it and, you know, troll and essentially turn the whole thing into, you know, whatever else? What do you think's gonna happen? Okay, let's fucking go anyway. Let's check out what Muta has to say.
Hello, guys and gals. Me, Mutahar, and it's safe to say it's been a pretty wild week. You know, I was looking at YouTube apparently rolling out an AI to verify if we are actually under or over the age of 18.
Okay.
You know, when it comes to the internet, ladies and gentlemen, the past 7 days has really shown me that there's a lot that's changing. There's going to be a lot more showing your identification to access every part of the internet. That free, anonymous space that many people crave and love, that is slowly but surely dying out.
And talk about it.
Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I decided to look at YouTube here, where they were saying that starting August 13, 2025, so actually not that much time left, they'll be rolling out an age estimation model to determine if a US user is
He's not going to talk about the fucking fake engineer thing. He's going to go talk about fucking this whole nonsense. Come on, bro. Get to the fake engineer thing. Get to the fake engineer thing. When's he talk about the fake engineer shit? Where is it? He said the thing. What did he say the thing?
Now, YouTube's pretty much engineered, I would say, in their mind, it seems a pretty foolproof way of isolating kiddies from surveillance and control of the kind of information that you are supposed to see. So he says, denying that cannot be used for unlawful purchases, including like sexual content, or they were in a situation to expand further. But who's to say down the road that you know, at this point, I've made my money, I've made my time, made my mark on the internet. Privacy and communication between people, that's slowly being taken away.
Okay.
And that is, by far, some of the most black-pilling shit that I've actually ever seen. But, you know, it really makes me wonder, like, what my future is, too. And I'm not saying this is like I'm retiring right now.
Please do. So this is the only place he addressed it. He addressed the fucking allegations of being a fake engineer the last 3 minutes of the video. No, 1 minute, nearly under 3 minutes. Always scamming until the very end. Always scamming until the very end. Always scamming until the very end. Props, man. Props. No wonder they got so many dislikes then. What the fuck? Such an engineer video. Incredible bait. He got me, exactly. Jesus Christ. Great fucking bait. Great fucking bait.
But I wouldn't honestly say expect the video even tomorrow, or expect the video every day. Because my time on the internet, me personally, given changes in my life when it comes to my personal stuff, I would rather dedicate my time to family first and most importantly.
Why is it whenever anyone gets caught in a lie, the first thing they want to do is pretend to be a good dad, start fucking cosplaying as a family man, suddenly their friends are the most important people? Before, wasn't he saying that all his fans were like his friends or like his family? I love you guys so much. You guys are giving me this life I could never do. Wasn't that part of the manipulation? Wasn't that part of the fucking Mutahar fucking pignosis that was going on? Now all of a sudden, the fans and people online don't matter. It's all about real life people. This motherfucker, man.
You know, at this point, I've made my money, I've made my time, made my mark on the internet. It is what it is. And I would rather focus on, you know, a part of life that isn't being invaded by the government and it isn't being invaded by third-party companies. Because I really do think that what we're seeing now is just sort of the start. I think the internet is going to look a lot different in a year. And I think that literally is going to happen because I think a lot of people that have been used to the anonymity, that have been used to it being one of the last frontiers, that's going to be taken away. So for me, you know, I don't know. I'm not to ever completely retire off the internet.
Can you address the allegations?
If I decide to fucking log off and focus on fucking other things and ventures that aren't being invaded by the government and third parties, that might be where I want to go.
What about the lies,
okay?
man? What about the 10 years of lies, you
know,
fucking
honestly,
donut?
like this whole, like, what's been going on with governments and everything has been one of the most mind-boggling things to see. And I feel like everyone wants to fight back, and everyone is trying to fight back. But every time people do try to fight back, these agencies, these governments just say, yeah, we heard you. We also just don't care. Okay. Like hundreds of thousands of people signed that one petition about repealing the online.
Definitely not addressing it, isn't it?
And the government basically told you to get fucked.
Fucking hell.
That's basically the whole story.
Brilliant clickbait.
So yeah, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.
He doesn't address anything. He doesn't address anything. By the way, this is good news, though. I just seen this clip. This is fucking good news. This is fucking great news. Death penalty on the table for YouTuber who gunned down. Yeah, good news, man. That's fucking good to hear. So that fucking horrible situation where this fucking, you know, idiot decided to run up on one of his rivals in the live streaming world in Vegas and fucking shoot him and his fucking wife dead live on stream. Finally got arrested and shit, and the death penalty is on the table for him as a punishment. That's fucking good. That's fucking good to hear. He deserves that more. He deserves that and more. Fuck that guy. But let's check out Yeet quickly. Let's see. Is it like what the fuck happened here, bro? Where is it? Is it Yeet? Let's go on to. Is it Yeet Twitter? Sorry, Yeet Twitter. Let's see if we can find their account. Is it Yeet? What's that account again? Bear me 1 second here while I get it up on here. I don't want to get a fucking Sydney Sweeney's big fucking heavies on the screen again. But let's see if someone says something about MUTAHAR. This is fucking crazy. No way. No way. Look at the first video I saw when I clicked on Twitter. Sam Frank breaks down in tears as she announces her breakup with Neon after 2 years, just days after. Fucking hell. Iggy Azalea broke up fucking Sam Frank and Neon. Iggy Azalea's constant flirting with Neon was too much for Sam Frank. She couldn't handle it. Jesus Christ, bro. Or is this part of a skit? Is this part of a new script and shit? What's going on here?
Fucking hell. Fuck.
These fucking people.
I'll tell you guys.
What's happened?
Unfortunately, me and Mikhail have broken up.
Mikhail.
And
I love it when these girls call like their online, you know, or whatever, online celebrity boyfriends by their real names and not their fucking, you know, online handles and stuff. It's always fucking hilarious. Me and Malachi, it's like, brother, we know him as Neon. We don't know his fucking government name, please.
We just decided that it is time for each other to grow apart. We've had a lot of conversations recently, and it just led to the point where this doesn't feel real. This does not feel real. That if we do want to be together in the future, that this is a decision we had to make to just not be together right now. And, you know, we really wish we didn't have to do this because we love each other so much. We love each other so much. And I know we have so many people who love us. Okay? Thank you guys for all
Real
of your
Love
love and
Island type
support.
shit.
Like, I truly have appreciated.
Fair play to Neon, man. Fair play to Neon. Did one stream with fucking Iggy Azalea, and now all of a sudden, he's got all the yitches on his fucking neck. Fair play, fair play. Let's quickly check out Yeet. before we move on to Tfatk shit, what's happened here? Any update regarding fucking Mutahar, no? Hassan blames Kick for the downfall of society. Really? Hold on, what did he say here? Hassan blames Steak and Kick for the downfall of society. Really? Okay, let's play. I'm curious to hear what he says here.
Moving further and further away from bringing back some semblance of shame. Okay, there are so many motherfuckers who just like wear this kind of like shameless behavior on their sleeve, like it's a badge of honor. Like, we're just making villains, man. We have ruined an entire generation. I swear to God.
Aren't you one of the villains, my friend? This Hassan Piker guy is a really interesting fellow. He seems to think he's always a good guy in all situations. Aren't you one of the villains yourself?
The dominoes fell in the worst possible. The dominoes fell in the worst possible direction. Okay, a crypto casino is launched. It's called Stake. Okay, they start funneling a shit ton of money to some of the top content creators on this platform on Twitch. They start getting a bunch of people hooked on online gambling, a bunch of teenagers hooked on online gambling. Some content creators come out and speak out against that thing, myself included. Twitch realizes maybe it's not the best thing to allow this crypto casino to just like run amok on this website, and they say no more no more stake on Twitch. Then, because they're printing money, like endless amounts of money, no overhead whatsoever, no rules, no regulation, it's all in crypto. As crypto goes up, the fucking net worth goes up as well. These guys go, fuck it, we'll just make our own goddamn website. Then they created Kick. Kick created an entire generation of shitheads. Okay, Kick streamers have irreparably caused damage to the collective.
Weren't these shitheads? Didn't these shitheads exist on Twitch already? Wasn't there a whole contingent of these shitheads on Twitch to begin with? What's he talking about?
Psyche of the youth. Okay, people just behaving in the worst ways possible with no repercussions whatsoever, and actually getting benefits out of behaving in the worst ways possible in broad daylight, in
pot kettle black
public, and in that process, this became significantly more normal. It just like became normal to be evil and gross and awful.
He might have a point in terms of, you know, being a dickhead is now rewarded. You know, being a dickhead is now a good thing. You know, maybe that's to do with the first Trump presidency. Who knows? But yeah, blaming it all on Kick streamers is a little bit excessive.
And I don't know what to say about that. It's crazy.
Okay.
God, it's also really fucked up because you got Kick, but that's not the end of the process. Then you got Elon Musk buying Twitter and then making Twitter into this like fucking neo-Nazi breeding ground way more than it was before. So now people are just like, oh, I don't like someone, let's dox them, let's swat them, let's go after their whole fucking family. It's basically turning
wasn't happening already?
The entirety of discourse into this like incredibly fucked process where normal people who are just like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be yelling about like racial inferiority, for example, like people that would exist in the real world are too fearful to say something about it in the internet world, because when you do speak out of turn on shit like that, people get fucking doxxed, people get attacked.
He does the same thing to his people that attack him as well, man. I don't know, he's chatting out of his ass here. I want to see stuff about Mutahar. Mutahar addresses, yeah, there we go. Oh, he did address it. I just missed it. Wow, it must have been right at the beginning. He did address it. Okay, cool. I completely missed it then. My bad. He did actually address it. Okay, let's play the clip.
Pretty much engineered, I would say, in their mind, it seems a pretty foolproof way of isolating kiddies from adults. Now, I use the E word over there, and I want to just start talking a little bit. I know there's been some drama, and I want to kind of address things here really quickly. So obviously, I have been calling myself a engineer, in some cases a programmer, a cybersecurity engineer, whatever you can call it. And, you know, I apparently have also been a dropout, which I don't hide. Now, obviously, me being a dropout, I don't have a degree, so I'm not a certified or licensed engineer.
Exactly.
Now, I made a lot of videos in the past where I've taught you guys about computer safety, cybersecurity, a lot of this stuff, and I think that content stands up on its own. And I believe it actually can be used, you know, and people have learned from it, and I think that's great. Now, if you feel offended, if you feel wrong that I called myself an engineer while not being a degree-holding engineer, then for that I do apologize. And I will denigrate myself to, I guess, programmer or a fat Indian guy that knows a bit about computers. That's what I'll leave it at. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Now, again, if you want to stick around, awesome. If you still feel wronged and this does not suffice for you, then I don't really give a fuck. Simple as that. Now, again, that being said, if anything else comes out of this, whether there be some legal stuff, then I'll just let lawyers handle it and we'll call it a that. But that being said, I want to move forward, and that's pretty much the engineered response that I had to give.
Legal stuff. Jesus Christ, Mutahar. Legal stuff. You're the one in the wrong. Oh, this guy is fucking fantastic. You know what's the worst bit? The worst bit is this video. Have you seen this one? Mutahar's gay cheating scandal. Have you heard of this one? Big up Harmful Opinions.
Many people would say that content like this is trash, worthless, petty drama. And in response, I would say, simply, yes. A couple years ago when I started living with my girlfriend, I also started watching the shows she likes with her. Married at First Sight, Love Island, Love is Blind. And you know what? I got it. I understood the appeal, and I realized there's way more of this to be found online, unscripted. Now maybe that makes me gay, but still, certainly not as gay as Mutahar is. But we'll get to that shortly. And I'm not just saying, look at him, he's gay. Long-time viewer of the channel who I've met in real life and done nothing with, Hexathian, is also gay, and he's a valued member of the community. You might know him as the creator of the ultimate YouTuber gay sex chart. This is not homophobic content. This is in fact specifically for the gays. And he in particular was very excited to see this clip of Mutahar that I found.
Now, at the time I was in a relationship with another woman, right? And unfortunately, what happened was me and my best friend Ryan, all right? We're talking best friend. I've known Ryan for years. We were so wasted that at some point in the night, me and Ryan started fucking making out for the hell of it. Like, we're talking...
What? Just for shits and giggles. Just a couple of lads hanging out. Oh, Mutahar's a fucking psycho. Let's quickly move on. I'm not an engineer. If you don't like it, suck my dick. Actually, talking about sucking my dick, this one time I was hanging out with my friend and we were like, what? Like, we just got bored. Like, he is the living embodiment of that Brendan Schaub joke, isn't it? Sometimes we get bored and we just like fuck each other, right? That horrible Brendan Schaub joke in Growing Up Happy, that is fucking Mutahar. That person actually exists. You just get bored, you played all the games, you downloaded all the fucking DLCs, you're fucking bored. You're bored, man. You've done enough doom scrolling. You just think, you know what? Let's just fuck, lads. Let's just fuck each other. Like, excuse me?
Tongue in mouth, we made out, we got real gay with each other for like 10 seconds. And I woke up on the couch.
His girlfriend at the time apparently wasn't very...
10 seconds? Sure, buddy. Sure. He's acting like if you do it under 10 seconds, it means you're not gay. It's like the 10-second rule when you drop something on the floor. Remember back in the day when you drop some food on the floor, 10-second rule, If you pick up within 10 seconds, you can eat it. Jesus Christ, Mutahar.
Very happy with this.
I was told the entire hour back when I was driving, she was so pissed at me last night.
He says last night, but he clearly doesn't mean last night now. He's just wasted.
She was like, you cheated on me with your friend. And then she laughed at me.
Ryan, the man he cheated on his girlfriend at the time with, appears to be the YouTuber Nexpo. And that isn't the only time he's talked about kissing him and potentially doing more with him while drunk.
Hey, Ryan, can you please kiss Muta?
No.
Please.
You want to make out there?
Unless.
I'm drunk enough, dude. I won't remember this.
Jesus Christ. all I can hear is Abba and Preach, just boys being boys. That's all I can hear in my head now. Every time I hear Mutahar talking like this, flirting like this with these guys on camera, all I can hear is boys being boys.
Later on, yeah. You have to do it off screen.
I'll suck his dick after, I'll let you know.
Perhaps he would even suck Ryan's dick. Maybe that even
Jesus
happened at his
Christ.
friend Kyle's wedding from the other story.
And you know how, like, the first thing you do is you, like, check your lips, like...
You know how the first thing you do is check your lips? What? Huh? What? I don't even understand. What? The first thing you do when you make out with your friend is check your lips in the morning. For what exactly? Like, come. Like, what are you talking about, bro? He's smelling his breath for dick. He's smelling his breath for dick. He's pulling out hairs in between his teeth and shit. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Oh, this guy is a special type of dude, man. Special type of dude.
Huh. Oh, shit. I think I did something.
So what, was that cum? I think I did something. So what? Like, your lips covered... What?
And, like, I'm just, like, touching my lips, like, this is a little fucking... It's like... It felt like I had lip gloss on.
Ejaculate fake like lip gloss, huh? Cum felt like lip gloss. Jesus Christ. Did they have sparkly bits in it as well?
I was like, huh. I think I fucked Ryan.
Munahar is a top boy. Munahar is a top boy. I swear to God, he's a top boy. Look at his face. Yeah. I think I just fucked my friend. You're like, what? You think? You think you fucked your friend? You're not sure. I think I might bust my friend open. Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. This friend, I hope this friend comes out and gives his side of the story. I hope the friend comes out and gives his side of the story. Because this is fucking insane, man. Wow.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, this is for the gays. I think you should know that if you have the hots for Muta, you're definitely in with a chance. After all, he doesn't regret this experience at all.
Dude, it wasn't even like I regretted it. Like, it was fucking good.
Okay, man. Fair play, innit? Fair play. It's just the way he's saying it. It just sounds fucking wild.
Looking guy.
It's just a little joke with a friend though, right? Haha, doesn't mean anything. Here's Mutahar's take on that idea from when he was on the Kino Casino last year.
You're not really joking when you're actually doing the degenerate thing, right? Like, it's like if you filmed like gay with your buddy. It's like, no, it's just a joke, bro. Like, you know, I'm not actually
dude,
gay
bro.
or anything. I'm
Balls. It's like when you film gay porn with your buddy. Is that like a normal thing? Do all buddies? Maybe because I don't have a big group of like guy friends I hang around with, but is that a common thing that buddies just hang around and just whip out the phone and just start sucking each other off, filming it in fucking 1080p? Is that like a done thing? Is that normal? Is that like what regular guys get up to?
In your mouth.
I'm just kicking him off a little bit, right? Like, don't be weird about it.
And again, for the gays, I'm going to spill even more tea because I know you love that. It's entirely possible that Mutahar was cheating on a terminally ill woman with a man. So 2020
Jesus
is when he's
Christ.
talking about this gay experience and flirting with Ryan. He says the actual makeout, or possibly more. He says he was blackout drunk and doesn't fully remember. He says this happened at his friend Kyle's wedding. It's hard to pin down when that happened. I can't find Kyle saying when it was, but I can find Mutahar saying he went to a wedding in 2019.
I was supposed to go to this New York wedding, and which I did, right?
Which is the year before he told us about his gay experience. I was going to check the Cult Camp podcast, which he...
Yeah, because Aziz.
Everyone's gay except me.
Exactly. Assad Aziz is a special one. Assad Aziz is a special one. Assad Aziz is was that gold star heterosexual male. You know, they got that in the gay world, right? If you're a gold star, it means you haven't touched anyone, you know, of the opposite sex. Yeah, Assad Aziz is a fucking gold star heterosexual.
Did with Kyle, whose wedding he went to, for mentions of New York. But while a few days ago when I started looking into the guy, that channel existed, it has since been deleted. Wow. It's possibly at Mutahar's instruction, because Kyle, the guy whose wedding Mutahar went to, has been defending him on Reddit and telling people that he's talking to him, and Mutahar says he's not.
No, full stop. You claim his credentials are fraudulent, and far as I'm aware from my conversation with him, he won't respond to these dumb as fuck allegations. The term engineer is used fairly loosely and colloquially in the tech industry. It literally doesn't pay to address this shit because the people accusing him will not change their mind regardless of the proof presented. It is a lynch mob whose sole interest is in destroying someone they dislike. Sounds like a lover's defense.
Not going to respond. I would argue personally, however, that deleting fucking everything is a response, and it forces me to speculate and ask you to clarify, because to me it looks like it probably was. In 2024 you described that wedding as having happened a few years ago.
This photo is actually from my buddy Kyle's wedding. All right, this happened like, I want to say, a few years ago at this point too.
And we know it happened before that 2020 video, so I doubt it happened much longer before 2019. So I gotta ask, was that 2019 wedding Kyle's? Because if it was, I think I know who you were dating. In 2021 he had an interview with Dr. K where he talked about dating a woman who was terminally ill.
So I'm gonna jump a little bit here, okay? So what you can make sure of is that you don't fall in love with someone that acts of God can take away from you.
Right. Lord knows I made that mistake. Yeah, they're still fine now. Don't worry. Like, they have a few more years to go.
Nah, don't worry, bro. It's chill. They're just gonna croak next year.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that mistake.
You know, it's a rare thing when I say something like that is like a hypothetical.
No, this person has a, well, I'll tell you, this person has a POTS, so it's a tachycardia. It's really bad. They have a couple more syndromes regarding it, like long QT and everything of that nature. So for them, they have had to get like sinus node surgery modifications, like burning on their hearts and things like that.
This all makes sense, by the way. People with POTS get ablation done.
Doctors have told, specialists who are trained in this field have started to, give up and sort of give like end of life. I have to be told about like what a DNR is, like a do not resuscitate order.
With all the issues she had, this girlfriend was apparently terminal. And when did he date her?
Can you tell me how old you were when you met this person?
I would say that I was 24. So about 3 years ago.
This makes sense as well. In earlier 2019, he talked about being single for over a year.
Guess what? You want to know? I've been single for fucking well over a year now.
And then a bit later that year, he talks about being in a relationship.
Are you single, yes or no? No, I'm not single, Chai. I'm actually very well committed to somebody. So
Met her when he was 24, which he would have been from 2018 to 2019. Was single, but ended up dating someone in 2019 at some point. That's our girl. And if that 2019 wedding was Kyle's, the one where you made out with Ryan or Nexon on YouTube. Oh boy. Mutahar, I'm going to add another question to the pile. Did you break up with a terminally ill woman because you're gay and cheated on her? It's just like my girlfriend's TV shows. Like, this is sub-trailer trash shit. Jeremy Kyle or Jerry Springer would hesitate to platform this. In the 2021 interview with Dr. K, he told us that up to that day, he'd still tell her that he wished things had been different.
Does she know how much she means to you?
Yeah, I tell her that. Yeah. I tell her that, at the end of the day, I wish things could have been different. But, they're not.
What, you wish you were straight? It's okay to be gay, Mutahar. You should probably tell your wife, though. Why don't I just ask him and clear this up, you might suggest. I've already emailed him about some stuff. I've been ignored. I'm not going to keep pestering him. That would be harassment.
So yeah, interesting development there. Mutahar might be gay, maybe bisexual. Who fucking knows? Yeah, to add on top of the fake engineer shit, so everything's coming out. The internet never fucking misses. The internet is undefeated in that regard. One fucking bored content creator unraveled, you know, the fucking mystery behind his engineering claims, and all of a sudden, he's now having to most likely try and defend his sexuality or clarify it. I'm sure the wife he has now will be surprised by this revelation, which is interesting to say the least. I'm not sure if he's had a kid recently too, but I know he got married recently. So, pretty insane thing to come out. Pretty insane thing to come out, all things considered. But I guess we have to see how it plays out. I guess we have to see how it ends up playing out. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's go through some Tfatk shit. Let's do a clip from episode number 1110, which I didn't go through all of them, but let's go through all those clips for 1110. And let's go and start with this clip. Shane Gillis gave Rinks some clout. Let's go and do this one. Let's see what Bryan has to say about that.
Give your shout out, dude.
Shout out to Shane Gillis.
Oh yeah, he's great. I
showing
thought
up.
it was gonna be a bad shout out. No, he's the best.
We did Cap Cities last night. Bryan, Callen, and friends.
He's the Sydney Sweeney of comedy. He's so hot right now.
Shane just jumps on stage.
He's so hot right now.
I had to follow him because Bryan, Callen, and friends. Shane goes,
You've been doing it long enough.
He goes, I'll go. You jump on. Yeah, I'm fine. But it was just he's so good. I watched him and I was like, oh boy.
Well, he's the biggest comic in the world.
Yeah, he's a killer. And hung out the whole time just as normal.
Would you expect him to fly off after the show?
And knows my wife's ex-husband very well. The whole family very well. So
Weird. Knows my wife's ex-husband very well. Jesus Christ, man. Everyone's getting around over there, isn't it? Like, isn't his wife like really, like, when did she get, how does she have two, unless that guy's dead or something, like how does she have two managers so quickly? Isn't she like early 30s or something like that? Like she's had two failed marriages already in the early 30s. Like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's continue the clip. Shit.
So small.
Oh, because they're from Philly.
Yeah, very small. Pennsylvania, very small.
Did he give you any insight?
Well, her ex-husband, who by all accounts was just a great guy, like a great guy.
Yeah.
And
it feels like he dead. It feels like he died in it. Whoever this ex-husband is, it feels like he's dead.
And was also a D1 football player with aspirations to go to the NFL. And apparently
Black fella?
No, white guy. And apparently when Shane...
Brendan mentioned the black because he knows his ex, fucking Joanna's ex was the black guy, right? That's why he's nervous.
When I left the room, Shane was like, hey, I don't want to say anything about Callen, but her ex-husband and that whole family are freak athletes. I don't want to make bad. I was like, I know that. Yeah. Well, one of the youngest brother plays for.
I didn't want to make Bryan Callen feel bad. Oh yeah. This like wiry, fucking tiny old man who's obsessed with masculinity and physicality, is now dating, or his wife, her ex-husband was what, some football player or something. Some jock guy who was from a family full of fucking athletes. So now Callen's in his head thinking, oh shit, I don't ever compare to them, da 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 da. That might explain why he's been boxing and all that and do jiu-jitsu so much, isn't it? That might explain why ever since he moved to Austin, Texas, Callen's always talking about him rolling and doing this and doing that workout. Maybe it's because of that. Maybe because he's seen, his wife saying hi to some people that, may or may not have been some friends back in the day who are absolute animals or units. And Callen is not a unit. Let's just say that. He might own a couple of units, but he's not a unit.
For the Jets.
Oh, wow.
So, but it was so funny. He was like trying to save me. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm aware that I'm not, I'm never going to be I'm not going to play in the NFL, but
Jesus Christ.
yeah, but so funny.
Shane's
But
a
small
real-
world. He knows them very well. He knows the whole family very
cuck,
well.
innit?
Very well.
Yeah, Shane's the best. Yeah, you're a cuck.
Yeah. Hey, you're a
You're like
cuck.
a really nice guy. God,
Yeah.
shut up, dude.
Really sweet man.
Yeah, no, Shane's the man.
So an interesting conversation there. Very, very, very interesting and weird conversation. I'm not too sure if like Callen was kind of getting off on the idea that his ex-wife used to go out with like really big burly football guys. One of her ex-boyfriends before she met Callen was that kind of guy. I'm not too sure if I don't know what's going on. He was taking advantage, getting some fresh air and a breather, maybe sort of places with mountains. I don't know. What a strange conversation. What a strange and bizarre conversation. But it is nice to hear that Callen's at least comedy career is on the up and up. He's been getting the rub over there on at the mothership. I feel like Callen's already there, right? If I'm not mistaken. Did I see a picture of him at the mothership? I'm pretty sure I saw a clip, or I saw a picture. Is it comedy? How do I say it? It's comedy, right? Comedy mothership. Comedy mothership. There you go. I'm pretty sure I saw a picture of Callen at the comedy mothership. So things are looking good. So that whole move is definitely looking good for Callen, at least. He's out there and he's doing gigs there at the mothership now. I think I saw a picture of him on here, right? If I'm not mistaken. Where is he? Oh, am I bugging out? Nope, not that one. It was another one where I saw Callen's fucking tiny little wiry body talking out of his ass. Where is it? There, it might be. No, it's this one. There it goes. Here. It was here. So maybe it's actually working out, this whole plan to move to Austin, Texas, because it felt like Brendan was trying to push Bryan out, but I think you're just trying to look for an excuse to also leave so he could kind of pay less money on taxes and stuff and have his money stretch longer. But for Callen, in terms of resuscitating his really dying, failing stand-up comedy career, it seems like it's kind of working out. He's playing way more at the comedy mothership. This was Tuesday with Friends with Joe and his friends. So he played at a Joe Rogan and Friends show at the mothership on a Tuesday. He's got his own, Callen and Friends show as well that he does. So I think it's definitely on the up and up. So maybe the comedy stuff for Bryan is actually looking good. Whether or not he will blow up and become the next big thing, I don't think that's possible. He's too old and wrinkly and dusty, and obviously those allegations are just never going to go away. So that's off the table. But when it comes to everything else, I think the kid's blessed. The kid's fucking blessed. And who knows, maybe the stuff that I mentioned won't matter, Who knows? But yeah, it seems like it's working for Callen for now. It seems like it's working for Callen for now at the mothership. That entire plan is working for him. Hey, geez, who the fuck's that? Bad angle then, I think. Big up them. Let's actually quickly check through the stories. What's happening here? Nothing we missed on there. Oh, what's he talking about? Oh, we can't hear it probably. No, we can't hear it. Yeah, because they don't let you record shit in there, do they? Matt McCusker and Shane Gillis are actually in there too as well recently. Let's go back to their clips. Let's do another one here from Tfatk episode of 1110. Did I play this one about Bryan having fantasies about fucking college girls? Did I play this clip? I'm not sure if I did. This is from what episode of 1110. A very odd clip as well. They kind of both fantasize about cheating on their wives. Brendan essentially admits that the reason why he stopped doing comedy is to stop cheating. So maybe my whole theory about Brendan stopping doing comedy, about he needs this, he couldn't sell tickets, is completely thrown out the window. Maybe the reason why Brendan quit stand-up comedy was because he just got caught cheating too many times, and his wife basically threatened to leave him if he didn't stop cheating, and he didn't want to lose any money and shit. And obviously living in LA, you'd imagine when you get divorced and shit, those settlements, I'd imagine in LA is pretty much brutal compared to a place like Texas. So I get the feeling that Brendan likely did quit stand-up comedy, less to do with poor ticket sales and more to do with the threat. Yeah, that's with the threat of his wife divorcing him because of his constant cheating. So let's play that clip quickly.
Now,
get your diet.
Now, like Nashville, but even more Charleston, for whatever reason, and I'm gonna come up with a ratio, and you're gonna go, you're just doing this for the podcast. Okay, 6-1, 6-1. White college.
I did play it. Big up Teju. Okay, I did play it. Okay, cool. Let me just quick play a little bit more. I'll change it. I forgot. Apologies.
Girls to every other human.
Big up MK. Imagine if Shorb slept with one of Callen's wives and Mandragon was cucking it up. Exactly.
Being.
I could definitely see that happening, by the way.
6-1. Bachelorette parties, white college
Is this
girls.
your analytics, or is this you read this?
I'm telling you
Bring
right
up
now.
what's the
I said
girl
to a
to
guy
guy
who lived
ratio
there. I
in
said to a guy there.
Charleston?
I went. Look, man. I'm just a man. Can you explain to me what the fuck is going on here? He goes, dude.
And they're all pretty Southern belles that know how to cook and shit.
That is correct, sir.
Wow.
No, that is correct. If you.
Oh, is that true? Big up Sean. No, big up Steve Castaneda too. Appreciate you, alimony. Exactly. Now you marry in California, no matter where you move, it's still California divorce rules. Okay, cool. My bad.
You're in your 20s and 30s.
Move there.
And you're a single guy. You're out of your mind if you don't move there because your wife is there.
Okay, well it's 48% male, 50% female.
Yeah, so that's adorable because the thing about that is that's who lives there. Now,
so indicates that for every 100 females, there are approximately 94 males.
Except for all the girls go there for their girls' weekends. I don't know what it is.
Like bachelorette parties?
It's, you know how Nashville's that way? You can double it here.
Nashville's annoying with that stuff.
Yeah, and it's even crazier here. Now, did any of them come to old Rink's show at the...
Not your demo.
Not my demo. Not my demo, for whatever reason. They don't... I can't believe I'm not a heartthrob among that pot. But you can't even look at them when you're my age, right? They walk by they're gonna look at, they got some hungry eyes.
I want no problems.
On the big man.
I want no problems.
Well, no, of course you don't.
No problems.
But you're in the danger zone.
Again, isn't Bryan Callen's daughter like similar age to these girls that he's oogling? Fucking hell, bro. He has no chill in it. No ability to just turn it down a little bit. Isn't Bryan Callen's daughter like literally like 17 or 18 or something? It's her brother. Isn't your daughter the same age as these girls that you're fucking perving on? Fucking hell, mate. Turn it down.
Zone, you understand?
Yeah.
Because you know what I call Charleston? Highway to the danger zone for you. Yeah, I have a good.
That's privilege too, by the way. That's white privilege. Man got accused of rape, you know. Man got accused of rape and he lost his career and he's out here openly perving on fucking teenage girls. That's that white privilege, bro. That's second chance. It doesn't feel like a second chance when you've always had a second chance. You know?
Good voice. And when you go down the street, what's going to happen is they're going to go, hey, daddy. Hey, big daddy. Hey, big daddy with the gold.
And I don't think I've ever fantasized about my friends hooking up with somebody. If anything, if you liked some girl and you for 1 minute imagined your friend hooking up with them, it'd make you angry. It'd make you frustrated. It'd make you pissed off that you didn't get, you weren't successful, you know, in fucking seducing that young lady. But you'd never think, you know, with happy thoughts about your friend fucking blowing someone's back out. It's like, what? What the fuck is this? What is this fucking imagination? What's going on here? Why is he dreaming about Brendan fucking teenagers? Like, I don't understand.
Old hair.
Yeah.
What team do you play for?
I know.
And what's with your tattoos and those big arms?
Proper breeding genetics.
C'est un problème, hein? Mais
Yeah.
c'est un problème.
That's why I don't go there, dude. I stay out of it. I'm like a recovering alcoholic. Just keep your tits and ass out away from me, man.
You keep your head down.
The gym I go to, all dudes.
Keep your head down, bro.
All cock.
That's an interesting way to stay committed, right? That's an interesting way to prove to your wife that you are committed to a relationship. Like you just force yourself not to be around women. You just make sure that you put yourself in a position where you're not around any big bums or big boobs that aren't your wife's. So you can't be trusted in front of any, like, it's such a bizarre way. Like, what, you have to only go to a men's only gym? Why? Because if there's women there, what are you going to do? Are you going to jump on them? Are you going to throw them over your shoulder and take them into the bushes? Like, what is going on here, man? Why are you bragging about this? This is a good thing.
And you don't drink anymore.
Nothing.
It's all good.
No drugs, no drinking.
No, now.
Because
let's not blame the drugs now or the drinks. Let's not blame the drugs or the drinks now.
I'm a Tasmanian devil, Brian.
Well, you're only one man, as I say. And when the entire Persian army is coming for you and you're trying to guard the hot gates, you're good. I mean,
Persian army with tits. If it was just the Persian army with tits trying to invade my life.
Well, when they're also wearing those shorts that belong only in the bedroom, but somehow it's become acceptable to have the bottom lobe of your ass, and they're all.
I'm not mad at it.
Jesus Christ, bro. Callen was looking, innit? Callen was looking. Just like he's probably with his young kids and his wife out there, just oogling all these fucking college girls, just like heart palpitating, just wishing, hoping one of them would kind of turn his way. Like, God damn it, man. Like, haven't you got your one? Isn't he with some lady who's like fairly young but likes older dudes? It's like, bro, how many more do you need of these people? Like, God almighty, brother. How many more do you need?
At it, but hey,
mad at it.
A little respect.
Mad at it.
What are you trying to do?
No, it's an outrage. It's
Well, no,
an outrage.
it's like that movie Flight. Denzel Washington. I'm in the hotel room, and you got a bar there.
Yeah.
I go in Charleston. You got tits everywhere.
Tits and ass everywhere.
We all know I'm trying to walk a straight line.
And by the way, let the sun go down, and let the drinks start flowing. Because if you don't think there's drinking and drugging in Charleston,
I'm a werewolf. I'm a Charleston werewolf.
I mean, I'm
a South Carolina werewolf.
They ain't nothing but apples. Just
University Gamecocks. Well, your boy's heavy here on the cock.
I mean, all you're doing is walking down the street. Might have a collared shirt on. You know what I mean? You might have a collared shirt on. You might have a nice pair of slacks. You might just be wearing a thin T-shirt that's rather expensive. Maybe something made of see-through cotton with some khakis. And what happens
I don't even put myself in that situation,
they
bud.
go, that guy's 6'4". He's got cauliflower ears. He looks dangerous. And then somebody goes, Bryan, shop, can I take a picture? And you're in a bar? And they go, who's that?
That leads to...
Who's that?
We know what that leads to.
It leads to you going home. It leads to you going home alone. It leads to you getting in a car and going, have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, I'm not...
I'm a sober man right now.
It's depressing. Yeah, you don't want...
Okay? I'm a family man. I got a 6 a.m. flight.
No.
And I'll see you later. And thank you for the
You're
attention.
pointing on the road for that reason now.
Thank you for the...
I can't handle it, bud.
Thank you for the attention.
I'm a disciplined dude, but I can only take some. One man, as you said.
As I say, it's if the wind blows hard and strong enough, even the strongest levee will break after.
What is this conversation, man? This version of masculinity is not for me, bro. This version of masculinity, this version of manhood is not for me. Being these guys' ages, having wives, having children, and openly talking about like just constantly going on and cheating on your wives and stuff online on air, it's kind of lame. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's not cool. It really isn't cool, especially when you consider both of their careers were somewhat derailed because of, you know, dicey allegations and shit involving the opposite sex. You'd think they'd have a little bit more chill, but you know, whatever's inside them is inside them. I guess they are who they are. But yeah, an interesting conversation to have, just in terms of respect as well. When it comes to your partner, you'd be like, would you want them to hear this? I don't know. Seems like a weird thing. Maybe something you say with your boys, you know, behind, you know, closed doors. You wouldn't necessarily say it on air like this, you know, because it seems like they are fantasizing about their glory years, which weren't that long ago. You know, they were both married at that time too. So it's like they're fantasizing about their glory years. It sounds like Callen's kind of bemoaning the fact that Brendan is not there on the road anymore, and they're not kind of, you know, knocking down things together. I don't know. I feel like, you know, that's what Callen's trying to get at. He's basically reminiscing on the good old days when he'd maybe send Brendan out to get some numbers, get some chicks back into the room, and they'd fucking go crazy. But now Brendan's kind of playing, you know, baseball dad, committed husband type of fake role that he's doing now. He's all alone out there trying to do it by himself. I don't know. Weird conversation.
For a while.
And this levy's tough.
No, he's strong levy.
This levy's never been tougher
Levy
than
been
now.
reinforced.
Oh yeah.
Levy been reinforced by the pillars of sobriety. But understand.
It's a fat ass hit that levy.
Understand that we all flawed human beings. And the good Lord looks down on us, but the devil's always prowling like a lion on the outskirts.
That devil knows my...
Tight in that circle on us.
My devil knows that Achilles heel.
Has Callen got a boner or something, do you think? Is that why he's so animated? Has he just got a rock hard boner? Thinking about all those fucking college girls. That's why he's fucking screaming so loudly. I just love how small he is, by the way. That's the thing that just makes me fucking laugh. Look at all the room on that seat that he's sitting on. He's so tiny. He must have like a 30 waist, 29 waist. Like, look at him. He's just a tiny man, isn't it? Just constantly going on about strong men and shit. Wanting to fuck kids, like, oh yeah, allegedly. You know, it's kind of wild.
A southern ass?
We in water right now. And that great white just keeps on tightening that circle up.
And by great white, you mean... juicy
I mean that bachelorette party, but we know the Lord is looking down on us.
Dude, a bachelorette party and some peach cobbler? Oh, mercy!
Mercy me! Now, I'm going to walk a straight line. A drink, you say? Nah.
Nah.
Cocaine in the bathroom with a girl? Nah.
Okay.
2 of you guys at the same time? Nah. 3 of you? I gotta call my friend Bryan. Keep me on a straight line. I got a plane to catch at 6. I'm going to the airport right fucking now. I'm going to the airport right now.
I'm jonesing, daddy.
Oh, God, I'm
jonesing, daddy.
I'm itching. Why you grabbing?
I'm jonesing. Jesus Christ. Honestly, they live a good life. I'm not gonna lie, man. They live a good life. Having the ability to still hold down a wife and a family while kind of like admitting to like some dirt on the podcast inadvertently and having no consequences is kind of a dream life. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they get to live like scumbags, you know, whilst also pretending to be like these family men behind the scenes. It's fucking funny. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
My arms and feeling my muscles. Of course I smell like possibility. It's that cologne I'm wearing, but I know the Lord is looking on me. And I know that devil.
I just jump
like
in the water,
roaring
bro.
lion.
I just jump in the water. Been on the lake damn near every weekend now.
Just in your ear. Just dip your toe. Wet your beak.
The devil suck his fangs into me for a lot of years now.
The devil is a hard thing to resist. But you love your family. I love my family. He said, I love my family. Get away from me. You're tightening your noose on me. Yeah, that's right.
Fucking hell, look at Brendan's face there. He's reminiscing, isn't it? That's a guy that's reminiscing. He's in deep in full. He's reminiscing something.
Yeah, that's right. Old Bride be there to help you out.
Old preacher.
Old preacher Bride be there to help you out.
Yeah,
remind you that the Lord has cloaked you.
You gotta walk the straight line.
In indestructible fabric.
Okay. There we got it. There we have it. Bryan Callen loves those college girls allegedly, and yeah. He thinks a lot about Bryan smashing some of them as well. Or maybe just girls in general, who fucking knows. Either way. You know. Interesting clip there. Interesting clip. Like and subscribe. Let's play another one here from 110. Let's play this one. Tfatk guys on Diddy wanting a new trial.
What else you got, Jen?
Diddy.
This one right here.
Diddy wants a new trial. I'm just a voyeur and amateur photographer.
Pornographer.
Man Act doesn't apply.
No, not photographer.
Pornographer. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Man Act doesn't apply to
photographers. You're blockbusters.
To me.
You know what the Man Act is, right? Like look that up. But basically, the Man Act is when you ship somebody, you traffic somebody across state lines for sex, prostitution, basically. It's called the White Slave Traffic Act. Yep, it's a federal law that prohibits the transportation of individuals across state lines for immoral purposes, primarily prostitution and human trafficking. And back in the day, the idea was that there was this whole thing about white slavery, and these young runaway girls were being taken by these men and shipped across state lines to whorehouses and then made to be drugged and then all that stuff. Okay. Turned out to be more of a hoax, but they actually passed a law called the White Slavery Act, you know, because it captured the Americans' imagination. They were like, no. So it's actually an outdated law and very rarely sticks. And so in a way, for him to be doing time for violating the Mann Act is probably something that's going to be overturned.
I find it interesting how much information, knowledge fucking Callen has on the judicial system, you know? He seems to have a very keen understanding on sentences, sentencing guidelines, details and shit. It seems like somebody that is definitely partaking in one or two, you know, clandestine fucking umbrella meetings about the law and order and shit. You can tell. You can just fucking tell. What do I know? Let's continue.
My question to you is:
they believe he's the only person ever convicted under this statute who did not make money off prostitution.
There you go.
Did not have sex with alleged prostitutes and did not arrange the prostitutes.
It doesn't stand. It doesn't stand.
I bet he maybe had sex with them.
Well, but if you can't prove that and nobody's saying that, on top of
then
the
also
fact,
he didn't arrange it. His handler probably has a middleman arrange it.
I also think it's very interesting that victim 3, who used to be his mistress or whatever,
Cassidy?
his ex, the other one.
That's right here.
Victim 3 wants him out on bail.
Yeah.
So his ex, Gina Huyn, whether she's a victim or not, I don't know, but she
She's
wants him
tapped
out
him.
because
She's
she says
tapped.
he's a changed man. That's interesting. What's behind that? Money? Or is she just, why would she say that? Because why would you go to bat for a dude who's been caught on camera beating a woman? Right?
Money sounds about right, Brian.
Yeah. I've experienced him primarily as a father, a family man, a businessman, roles that he has always striven to uphold. I find that I share my observation about character and the respectful request that the court permit
When they
his
say
release.
victim number 3, does that mean he just dated her? Is everyone a victim that he's ever dated?
Well, that's what they'll say a lot of times.
That's how you know that girl, by the way. She must really fucking hate having a job, right? Is it out of that lady must really fucking hate being gainfully employed. Like, because how could you snitch on the guy, but then also turn around and say free Diddy? Like this woman, Gina Huyn, right? She says free Diddy. You sheeps act like I can't forgive a man I once loved. I'm not gonna kick him while he's down cause y'all want me to. Bitch, I don't even know you. The fuck? LOL. Goofies. I'ma always have his back. But we didn't tell you not to have his back. You're the one that decided to fucking snitch on him. You're the one that decided to fucking cooperate with the police, the federal fucking whatever, and go on the stand and fucking snitch on him. It would have ended, it could have gone the other way. Why is she trying to gaslight us? Like, we didn't do nothing. We're just fucking confused why you'd go from being a victim to now suddenly being a supporter. We know why. We actually know why, because, you know, she legitimately refuses to get a job, doesn't want one, thinks she's too better to get too good to have one. So she's doing everything within her power to make sure she gets it. And you know what? I can't hate. I'm not gonna lie. I cannot hate how brazen a girl like an unapologetic girl this is. I really
Powerful bunch.
Yo, big up a star disease. Appreciate you.
Why would you go to bat for a dude who's been accused of horrendous crimes?
Yeah.
I don't know, Brian. Why don't you ask the guy sitting next to you?
Exactly.
Shout out Callen and Chris Delia's dad, the real victims.
Exactly. Exactly. Big up a star disease. Exactly. Fucking exactly. What a crazy situation.
Look, from day one, I think you and I, at least privately, were like, I just don't think this is.
I think he's a piece of shit, but I still
100%.
haven't seen anything that would require prison
Yeah,
sentence.
I was like, I don't think this is going to stick.
How about beating up Cassie? Does beating up Cassie on camera doesn't require prison sentence? All those accounts from various people who've worked with him, abuse, manipulate, all those things don't carry a prison sentence, no? No, they all don't. Cause maybe because it happened on the camera, maybe that's different, right? If it's a cartoon and shit, I don't know. But yeah, let's continue.
And he was looking at life in prison. And I think if it was somebody else, he'd be out by now.
100%.
You know?
If anything for prison, it should be the beating of Cassidy. But otherwise, yeah.
Statute of limitation, though. That's out the window.
I get you, but that's the only reason.
Yeah, I
would
agree.
say he would
Yeah,
be
but
in
that's
prison.
statute of limitations. So yeah, so we're dealing with this right now. And it would not surprise me at all if he got out.
Gets out. Yeah, I agree.
And the
So there we have it. Tfatk guys are staunch Diddy believers, Diddy defenders. I find that part fucking interesting, but hey, it makes a lot of sense. And these guys aren't making all the sense. They're not making all the sense. They're running cover for fucking Sembons and girls. It's just hilarious to me. It's absolutely hilarious. So continue on. Let's do another clip here. Let's do this one. Bappa hates race difference. No, Bappa hates race. No, what I did here? Papa hates. Jesus Christ, I fucking spelled that one wrong, didn't I? This title basically, Papa hates the different, or what is that? Papa hates race and everything. Yeah, there we go. Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's there. Papa hates race, ethnicity, and nationality. Let's quickly play this one.
He was just starting when I was like in the prime of my career.
Damn.
Great guy though.
Yeah. Is he Kenyan?
Haitian.
He's from Chicago,
sensation.
Brian.
No, but he's Haitian.
Yeah, but he's American, right?
So they're talking about Neil Magny. They're talking about Neil Magny, and I guess I guess Callen's trying to ask, you know, where his descendants are from, right? Neil Magny. And Brendan in his brain, no, he's American. It's like, what? But yeah, obviously, cool. But where his descendants from? Because clearly, you know, they just exist out here out of thin air. But, you know, what's his face has no concept or understanding of what that fucking means. I think that looks fucking hilarious. That he has no idea of what that means. And is kind of getting rattled and pissed off that Bryan Callen refers to Neil Magny or wants to know where Neil Magny's parents are from, when Brendan just like, oh, he's American. That's all that matters. Let's play it one more time.
He was just starting when I was like in the prime of my career.
Damn.
Great guy though.
Yeah. Is he Kenyan?
Haitian.
He's from Chicago,
sensation.
Brian.
No, but he's Haitian.
Yeah, but he's American, right? He's from Chicago. He was in the military.
Okay, that's what it is.
And Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Born in Brooklyn, then moved to Chicago.
BA in criminal justice. Wow.
He was just starting when I was like in the prime of my career.
Damn.
Great guy though.
Yeah. Is he Kenyan?
Haitian.
He's from Chicago,
sensation.
Brian.
No, but he's Haitian.
Yeah, but he's American, right?
There you go. Big up Neil Magny. Big up these guys. Big up Brendan. Big up Brendan. Big up fucking Brendan. BLM forever for him. Let's do this one. More Tfatk on Sydney Sweeney. Let's hear them talking about Sydney Sweeney. This again, they can't stop talking about this topic. You know, for obvious reasons. But yeah, it's gotten a bit boring. The constant fucking grandstanding and shouting out of morals, fucking Sydney Sweeney's fucking horrible. But hey, let's play the clip regardless.
What else you got, Chen?
All right, like I said, more Sydney Sweeney stuff. I'll just play this clip for you.
Sydney Sweeney stuff.
Did not expect this for your first day.
Hey,
Big up Chin.
eyes up here.
Oh, Terran Tactical, baby.
Yep.
Damn. She's pretty damn good, dude.
Shoot.
What? First time?
Dog nuts. I mean,
921. You guys have both been there, right?
Wow, she's got great double taps. You damn right she does.
Yeah, she
Been
does.
there. Been there many times.
Yeah, Taryn's our boy. That's right by my
Love
house.
Taryn Butler. That's so cool.
Dude, and she builds fucking trucks.
Wow.
She builds old school shit. Now,
Stop.
it might just be filming her and she doesn't know like the ins and outs, but still, she's into old school.
Like you mean? You like you like you. They might be just filming her. You mean like you? Like what you do on your social media?
Trucks.
So cool looking.
Girls should look at this and go, "Oh, that's what guys like."
That's
yeah,
right.
man. Hey, yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at that.
Yeah, I'm not mad
Yeah,
at
I'm
it
not
at
mad at
all.
that at all. I'm not mad at that
The
at all.
GT350 and her driving it, dude.
Yeah, you're also not mad at that ass.
Oh,
You're not
this-
mad at anything about
By the
that.
way, she's not driving in the advert. It's clearly a fucking stunt double. But hey, what do we care?
Nothing. I'm not upset in any facet with this commercial.
Nah. You're not
American
mad at
muscle, big juicy
Look
tits,
at that. Look at that.
pretty face.
Lovely. This
Can
is
shoot.
This is the first thing Tfatk episode, isn't it? This is just them just gooning, just staring, you know, and fucking blankly staring at fucking Blake Lively, hoping that that one was to come through. Because Jesus Christ, these guys are too much, too freaking much. Let's go. Let's continue to creep. Let's continue to creep.
American. All right.
So this is JD Vance.
Talking about Sydney Sweeney?
My political advice to the Democrats is continue to tell everybody who thinks Sydney Sweeney is attractive is a Nazi. that appears to be their actual strategy. I mean, it actually reveals something pretty interesting about the Dems, though.
What's that?
Which is that you have like a normal, all-American, beautiful girl doing like a normal jeans ad, right? They're trying to sell jeans to kids in America, and they have managed to so unhinge themselves over this thing.
Yep.
It's like,
That's their
guys,
problem.
did you learn nothing from the November 2024 election? Like, I actually thought that one of the lessons they might take is we're going to be less crazy. The lesson they have apparently taken is we're going to attack people as Nazis for thinking Sydney Sweeney is beautiful. Great strategy, guys. That's how you're going to win the midterm, especially young American men.
Their course correction lasted about 30 seconds.
That's right. Lasted 30
They
seconds.
can't
Somehow
help
it's
it.
gotten even crazier.
And it's just going to make, he's going to win. 2028, he's going to win.
Is oriented around hostility to basic American life. So you have a pretty
And
girl
what
doing a
else?
jeans ad, and they can't help but freak out. It reveals a lot more about them than it does us.
Well, they're ugly. But then also, there's not one red-blooded American who looks at Sydney Sweeney and go, oh, racist. There's not.
No.
There's not one normal.
I don't even think the left believes it.
No, I don't either. I just think that's the narrative they run on.
It's just something to go after. They need that. They have become so professionally offended that they
But
need
Nancy
something to be
Pelosi's
offended.
a fellow fucking sweater puppy hitter. She has giant tits. She gets it. You don't think she likes it?
Yeah, 100%.
Nancy Pelosi has some fucking, to use Andrew Schultz's terminology here, she has some fucking heavies.
She's got
She
some
gets
heavies.
it. She's first team all heavy.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney's first team all heavy, probably the team captain at this point.
Yeah.
Heavies recognize heavies.
Yeah, right. Heavies recognize heavies, but I will
That's
say
the title of the podcast.
What matters?
Heavies recognize heavies.
What matters for all this is all no.
Let the guy finish his thought at least, man. Jesus Christ, Brendan with the interruptions. Let him at least finish one tick, please, for the love of God. God Almighty.
Well, it's going to be the economy, jobs. You know, that's what's going to matter. But the Dems are so dumb that they could make us. They could be crazy enough, so it wouldn't matter what the economy is.
Yeah, but here's the thing. No, of course not. No, they're so screwed.
dumb.
But you don't. Have we heard any of like the politicians on the left comment? They're not calling her a Nazi. It's all their rabid extreme left fans doing this on social media. You don't really see any of the. Most of the Dems are like, yeah, those are some great heavies.
But you know what? You got to remember too.
So this is what
all
American Ego put. Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Is and always was about the genes.
Always. One more
Genes.
time.
Sydney Sweeney
Always.
has great genes. Is and always was about the
Always.
genes. Genes. Jeans. Her genes. Her story. Will continue to celebrate her heavies and how everyone wears their AE jeans with confidence their way. Great jeans look good on everyone, especially someone with heavies.
I don't see the heavies part. I'm not sure.
They're fucking heavy, dude.
Yeah, but
Christ.
yeah. The whole thing is.
I better.
Yeah, I mean,
I better back her.
The fucking thing about this.
No
guys,
one wants to talk about her back pain.
But the thing about this is that people aren't talking about also
Breast
is
reduction?
No, there's a whole machine behind all of this fabricated outrage. So a lot of this stuff, this is, you want me to put my tinfoil hat on? It's not even a tinfoil hat. All these TikTok accounts and X accounts.
Oh, they're all
freaking
bots?
out.
All fakes?
They're not just bots. It's not just bots. They're paid
China.
provocateurs.
Yeah.
And I got one better for you. Ready for this?
That's not really a tinfoil thing. That's more.
You
of a
want? I got one.
truth.
This is a tinfoil thing, but this is in my.
It
opinion,
better be good,
fact.
man, because that one was weak.
So you've got the left with all their agitators, the right all their agitators. Then you also have the right.
I'm not too sure what's worse. I think I posed this question before, but what's worse with these guys? Inside baseball, stand-up comedy, sets and reps, specials, filmed here conversations, or this fucking belligerent pseudo-intellectual, whatever 0% alcohol beer thing? Like, what's actually gonna be your favorite position? Because I just don't see how these girls are really fucking at that. Like, Jesus Christos. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? What do I know? What do I know? Absolutely jack shit. Big up Two Swords. Bappa went home, showed Slow Joe's heard this clip, and said, "Stop being so Mexican." Jesus Christ. Bill says for Egg, Bappa is so unlikable that he will crack and torch eggs. That's very true. Big up Logan, that's very true also. And big up, who's this? Lani or someone, right? I guess this person that joined in fucking recently. But yeah, everything's going to shit for these guys when it comes to Sydney Sweeney or Tfatk, at least, or no, not Tfatk, the mother controller place, whatever we got.
Right, you have the right paying, quote unquote, left wing crazies
to go crazy.
Yeah,
yeah.
So you've got that too.
Just so they can point and look how crazy they are. You don't want to vote for that.
That's
Yeah,
what you
they
do.
just double down on crazy.
Yes. So you know how they split apart? What was it? So remember the Occupy Wall Street movement?
Yeah.
And it was based on the fact that it's like, guys, you had a lot of like conservatives and liberals who were there, and you had them basically saying, hey, there's the 1%, they're making money, our wages haven't moved, there's all that stuff, right? And it took some serious root. So do you know how they broke that shit apart? You had people who went, can't have this. Why don't we finance a bunch of groups like LGBT, trans for Tea Party? And they got all these radical left-wing groups to get in there, and that split the party and fractured the party.
That
So
makes
you
sense.
get this because the other
It's a
guys are like,
distraction.
hey,
It's
I'm
a-
not
yeah, it's a
aligned with these guys.
distraction. Yeah, yeah.
That's what it is.
It's distraction.
Yeah.
Is there an anti-heavy movement?
No, never will be.
No.
Our biology is stronger than anything else. Our biology always takes precedence. It's just the way it is.
Okay, cool. Fair play. Fair flipping play. Nice bit of
What else you got,
there.
Chen? All right.
Let's continue on. The Sydney Sweeney obsession. I hope this not happens tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new episode, right? I hope there's no more of the Sydney Sweeney. I get it. She's a good-looking girl. The fucking advert was fucking brilliant. But please, enough with the Sydney Sweeney conversations. Let's talk about quickly the Shannon Sharp one. Let's do the Shannon Sharp one. Tfatk on Shannon Sharp getting fired from ESPN. Let's see what they have to say about that. I'm assuming Callen's gonna have some very stern words about the whole case. Maybe kind of blame the victim for what transpired because of the money settlement. But this might give us an indication on how Brendan decides to fight his court case. You know, he's not speaking about it in public or anything, but he's just keeping it quiet. That's the only way you should be able to keep it. You know. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? Absolutely nothing. Let's continue on with the clip. I really like this one.
Sydney Sweeney
I really
heavy.
like this.
Nice.
Well, actually, let's start with.
What's that? Chins or something. Okay, cool. Nope, moved it. There you go. Right, this is the one about Shannon Sharp.
And we got it. Jake Paul.
So Shannon Sharp was fired from ESPN.
I didn't think they were going to fire him over that.
I did.
I'll
tell you why.
The good thing he's okay because he has his own pod.
I think they fired him because because
It's still not okay though. Wasn't he on the verge of signing like $100 million fucking podcast deal? Wasn't he probably on the verge of obviously renewing his deal? Like that's a clock in, clock out job. Yes, it's long hours, but you know that shit pays. So you know, just settle on in.
the things he said, sort of on the tape.
We're talking about the big black dick stuff.
You don't have a choice. I might choke you because you don't have a choice.
But that she was into it.
I know she was, and it was a frivolous bullshit lawsuit.
Is it because he settled too, or maybe they're privy to information we don't have, and ESPN's like, all right, we can't. If more stuff comes out,
I think an excuse still. I'm sorry. An accusation still holds the weight. It'll ruin your life. Somebody again. And I'm sorry, but a woman has a story. You get a statement. And
Wow,
if that story gets out in the press, you're done for at least for a while.
By the way, that's not true. Bryan Callen had a chance to give his story. He didn't give it. He refused to give it. He was blocked from giving it. But he had his chance. When that rape allegation happened, when that expose happened of him, you know, being creepy to people and shit and chasing around stores and stuff, a bunch of people came out and could have said, yeah, X, Y, and Z. They didn't because, you know, they, I'm assuming, are nice people at their core. But yeah, Bryan acting as if like it's just an allegation that gets put out there. It's just a sink and like, brother, sometimes the kid did it, bro. Sometimes that kid is fucking guilty as fuck, and here you are trashing the whole place for a kid who did absolutely nothing wrong, you know, zero repairs. Absolutely shocking behavior, but hey, what can you do? You know? Jack shit. Let's continue.
A while, especially this.
Now, did
He was
the
accused of
ESPN
rape.
have to announce they cut ties with him the same weekend his brother went into the Hall of Fame? First,
should ESPN really be caring about that though? I know it was maybe not the best optics and shit, and I know Shannon would have preferred probably to have it, you know, happen on the same week. He probably would get introduced to the Hall of Fame, but should that really be of the front of their mind? Should they really give a fuck? Now that you're fucking away, you're off, you're not on the fucking WhatsApp, you're not in this, you're not that. Like, should they really give a fuck? I don't think they should. But hey, what do I know? Absolutely jack shit. Absolutely jack shit.
First two brothers ever to go in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Of course they did. It's all what those lawyers do is they go, wait, you're about to come into that $100 million deal. You're about to do this and that. Let's get him now.
Yep.
That's what they do. It's just that guy Busby.
But I'm saying it has nothing to do with Sterling Sharp. His brother, it's the biggest weekend of his life.
It's just insult to injury.
I know.
He's facing a $20 million
After
lawsuit.
settling $50 million suit?
Well, was it no, the suit was $50 million.
Yeah, so he
you go
way
fuck
less.
off. This,
Yeah.
You'll get this. Or we'll meet somewhere in the whatever it is.
Yo, big up that girl, man. Biggest lick ever. Biggest lick ever.
Well, now this is what happens is people come out and they go, oh wait, there's money to be made?
Yep.
Oh, I'll come up with this. So lawyers find people and they say, hey, I want to do this.
What's crazy?
Oh wait, was that after? Wait, go back.
Yep.
So it's both. Has filed a $20 million lawsuit against Sharp and his Nightcap podcast, Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Yeah, this is what happens. If you have money and people see it,
What's
you
crazy
become a
is
target.
Cat Williams warned Shannon Sharp when he was.
But when you have money, you also can get away with it. You become a target, but there's also more of a chance of you getting away with it.
On there.
He did?
Yep.
What'd he say?
He's like, you fuck with white women, you're going to end up broke. And he was like trying to tell him.
Well, what you got to say now, bitch?
In general, if you're making
Oh,
money,
no, they're suing him. It's not rape. They're suing him because they were making fun of her. I think saying stuff that she slept with Usher and she was married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one's different.
Yeah.
No, I think they made some suggestion that that lady that was being all freaky with Usher at one of his concerts, the older lady, was married and shit. You know, man, she just kind of caused some hell over there. I don't think it's that serious.
You got to be careful with that stuff. She could win that. He'll reach a settlement.
Damn, that's so much money.
Yeah, he's going through it, man. And I think it's bullshit. You know, I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, so that's defamation. Yep.
Yep.
But
All right,
that's
give us one more, Jen.
What was the last one?
By the way, I just want to say this.
No.
As
Yeah,
long
please
as
tell us.
corporations,
Jake
whether they're
Paul,
ESPN
dude.
or whatever, are willing to fire people at the drop of a hat like that, there will always
Powerful
be money
bunch.
for frivolous.
Yo, big up,
Damn,
Son of
Shannon.
Z's.
Bummer brother. Anyways, what does this have to do with Black Boy Max and the future of FaZe Clan? Haven't been able to sleep since I heard the news.
Become a Son of Z's. Become a Son of Z's. Don't worry, we'll get onto Black Boy Max later. Don't you worry. No, don't you worry.
Accusations. And
But
lies.
to be fair, if this is 2019, he's fired before anything even comes out. It's been months. They at least gave it months. So it's getting a little better.
But he hasn't worked there since. He had to take
No, he had to take leave of absence.
So
Yeah, but you can't exactly work at ESPN while you've got a fucking, sexual assault allegation over your head, mate. What the fuck are these guys talking about? They want counterculture to go away so badly, so what? They can dress up as fucking Ghislaine Maxwell during photo shoots, not get cancelled for it. Unfortunately, you're gonna get some pushback on things that you do. It's just part of the culture, part of whatever you do. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, hilarious executions. Love it. Let's continue.
So, at the end of the day, I know they're like, hey, man, listen, we love you, but we got to step off. And yeah, I know you do, because you got no fucking balls, and you keep the profit in.
Yeah, exactly. Big up James Bank. They're mad that ESPN, owned by Disney, fired somebody who was recording threatening to strangle a woman. I would just like to know, the only thing I would like to know about that story, right, is that obviously that woman, the Gabrielle Zuniga lady, the OnlyFans woman, played Shannon Sharp, right? And she's never going to talk about it. But I'd love to know the exact moment she decided to start playing him. Because they were obviously engaging in like sex play, race play and shit. You could tell, right, from how they spoke to each other. That was what was going on. So if I was him, I would really like to know what, essentially caused him to be the way he is. Like what actually happened in that song? Because, god damn. Yeah. Let's continue. Is that it? No, continue.
This kind of behavior.
Of course.
They're with fraudsters like what Trevor Bauer went through. They reinstated him, never played baseball again, and both those pigs
How about the kid
were
from
proven to be liars.
You wanted to say something else a bit dicey, didn't he? There, he started to stop himself.
They reinstated him, never played baseball again, and both those pigs.
How about the kid
were
from
proven to be liars.
poor kid from San Diego State?
Well, he finally ended up being.
Yeah, but
punished
still,
for the Eagles.
San Diego State never issued a thing. We're so sorry what you went through. We can't believe-"
Outrageous.
Nothing.
Outrageous. I have a feeling he won some money from that.
No, he got nothing, dude. They don't have any money.
San Diego State?
Well, not San Diego State, the accuser. There's no money.
Scumbag?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah. What happens to that person? Why aren't they in jail?
Nothing. Nothing happened to him.
Yeah. I think if you
She made the whole thing up.
you should be in
Nothing
jail.
lied.
That's something that only like guys who have done some dirt say, in it. Like, to be fair, that's something like a guy that's done some dirt back in the day would have that kind of view, that kind of feeling. You know, they got women playing games and shit. You know, that's the kind of person you think about most likely. But hey, what do I know when it comes to this shit? Nothing. That's them. Tfatk guys been utterly shocked that, as someone's mentioned in the stream chat, that Disney owned ESPN would fucking shelve Shannon Sharpe and eventually fire him for all the fucking racy, dicey, sex activated shit he was getting up to in the backseat. But yeah, hey, what can you do? What can you do? Let's do this one. Actually, we've done this one already, didn't we? Chin's topic sounds something like Brendan would, or something I will talk about. I'm sure we did that one already. I'm sure we did that, didn't I?
Sydney Sweeney heavy.
Nice.
Well, actually, let's start with this one. Then we'll get to Sydney Sweeney. So apparently these are a bunch of quotes from podcasters, comedians that were influenced to move to Texas by Joe Rogan, but then...
Yo, big up people in the stream chat. Callen, Secret Epstein. Yeah, I could definitely see that. James Banks. She said already when she got outed, banging that other chick on the live. James Banks says, I was pretty regular listener of Shannon's podcast for a while. He always acted like he knew everything about women and stuff like this could never happen to him. Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. Exactly, James Banks. He spoke from a point of like complete authority, innit? Like, and mastery. Like, I don't trick, I don't do this. Like, when in actuality he was doing all the things that he was admonishing. I just don't get why guys like him don't travel together. That's the whole point. Do you know what I mean? So it's like a fucking upgrade on the whole, like, what's that thing called? Hookup culture and shit. But yeah, maybe I'll get into that a little bit. What we're saying here. James Banks, pretty did Ison, she felt disrespected after that. She met up with her and juked her in the batty with no permission. She felt disrespected. Oh, okay, cool. I see what you mean. Yeah. Because I feel like that move was probably the most genius move of her. When she decided to silently act like she wasn't into it, but not make Shannon Sharpe aware, so that when he was still continuing on with the race play and sex play shit, it would look and sound like he was harassing her. Pure and utter genius. Like, I'm just not gonna let go. I was like, oh wow, I actually don't mind that. In the slightest. But hey, here I am. Puppity pop. Okay, cool. Collection of quotes from podcasters, comedians who are influenced by Joe Rogan to move to Texas. Look at Brendan's face already getting nervous because he knows he's going to be first on the list.
Nice.
Well, actually, let's start with this one. Then we'll get to Sydney Sweeney.
Chin wants to get
so apparently these are a bunch of quotes from podcasters, comedians that were influenced to move to Texas by Joe Rogan, but then said that they didn't like the move.
Who's on the list?
Here we go. You're the first one, by the way.
None of Joe Rogan's friends who have moved to Texas seem to be liking it very much. And then it says,
fucking hell, Chin. Fucking hell,
Sydney Sweeney.
being silly.
Yeah.
Austin is not seem to be liking it very much. And then it says, Brendan Schaub, I miss my commute. I miss my routine. Who added that Austin is no LA instead of his move from California to Texas earlier this month. That was week 1 of me moving here. Literally the first
And
podcast
Shane Gillis
we did.
goes, Texas fucking.
Well, hold on. Before we get to Shane and Tim, I've seen these quotes. These are them being silly.
Yeah.
These are these guys being silly. Also, Shane and Tim both single.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference. Big
single, as if that matters, but hey.
Yeah, and by the way, they are comedians, and that's kind of... Yeah, I mean...
Tim goes off on L.A.,
It's a
New
soulless
York.
city that should be burned to the ground, and everyone that lives here should be summarily executed.
Yes, he's the best.
Yeah, I think I watched it before. Let's move on. I think I checked it before. Let's move on. We've done that. We've done this. Let's do some other ones here. Bear with me in the stream. People in the stream chat, if you're watching, you're listening to my voice right now, and you're enjoying the show, like the stream. Don't be stingy. Like the fucking stream. Help a brother out. That'll be much appreciated. Like the stream. Help a brother out. That'll be much appreciated. Let me see here. What we got here? 36 likes. Come on, let's smash the like button if you haven't liked it already. Help a brother out. Smash the like button if you haven't liked it already. Let's play another clip from Tfatk episode 1010. This is the Tfatk guys on Ghislaine Maxwell being moved to an all-women prison. Let's see what they say about that.
What else you got, Jen?
It's called objective law.
Epstein victims slam government decision to move Maxwell to cushy club-fed prison.
I think she was moved to the same prison that Elizabeth Holmes was, that girl, the Theranos girl.
Yeah.
And so
crazy.
You know, it's interesting.
Well, she
was in a maximum security prison, so now she's in this very cushy place. So the question becomes,
Well, how do you think she got there? She must have given some juicy info.
She's got some info.
Or they were like, hey, if they put you on trial, don't say shit, and we'll put you in the cushy place. So it's either she gave him some good info that's gonna expose a lot of people, or you shut your trap and we'll make this a lot easier on you.
A lot easier.
So it's only one of two things.
Yeah,
they didn't just do that for the fucks of it.
Look, I didn't follow what she had done. I don't, but if she's been convicted of all that.
She was grooming girls and lining all the girls up. She was the mastermind behind all of it.
Walking with.
There's Elizabeth right there.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's a hell of a lot better than a maximum security prison. I'll tell you that much. So, who knows what's going on there? But
any admonition, any fucking...
And it's here in Texas.
No, nothing.
Wow, she'll feel incredibly free. There's a very low staff prisoner. I'm not one of those guys.
It seems like Bryan had much more vim and venom in his voice when he was talking about the hypothetical women who accused guys of false allegations and shit. He had way more anger towards them than actual people that might have passed away due to flood in the first place, such as Alex and shit and other people, pizzas, that I must have thought of over the years. I'm not going to lie. There's also maybe a Pokemon card in here actually. Let me see if there's any of anything. Probably not. But let me just double check on here. Let's just go and play this again, and then I'll check on this side.
Guys who says you need to die and let's punish you. You're in jail. That sucks. You're finished. It's fine for me. It's not like she should be in solitary confinement. No, she can be in jail. Keep her there. I'm not. She may not even be the bad guy.
She'll probably die. I'm not gonna lie. Not to be macabre, but what she did to these kids is fucking irreversible, man. You probably should have been there. I'm not gonna lie. No cap. No kizzy. No kizzle.
She may not even be.
She's not a good guy, bro.
No, she may have been. She may have been. I have no idea. I don't know.
She may have been what?
No, she's a bad person.
If she was convicted. If she was trafficking young
That's what she was
underage
doing,
girls,
Bryan. You got to look into it. No,
scumbag,
she's a
scumbag.
complete scumbag.
Yeah, you're a scumbag.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit.
Why is he finding it so hard to fucking why is he finding it so bad to fucking call out Ghislaine Max? Like, what? Why is he fighting for her? Like, what a strange position. What a strange hot take. It's fucking strange.
So, but hey, something's going on that they moved.
She's playing the game.
Something's going on.
She's playing the game.
Yeah, they were like, we probably can't commute your sentence, but we'll put you in club fed.
We'll make it easier for you.
Yep, but we need information.
Okay.
And
what else you got, Jen?
But what do you think is going on? What do you think is the information?
I told you one of the two things: either she gave him good info to put some creeps away, or she's going to keep her mouth shut. Either way, she made a deal.
Well, this is the kind of thing where Trump has to figure out a way to put an end to this. He's got to be able to show.
There's only one way this ends. There's only one way this ends.
Yeah, he has to show. He literally has to show his base that he is going to be fully transparent with this, because his base smells something. And I'll tell you what.
But even if he's on the list, he can be like, well, hold on. Yes, I'm on the list, but I never took part.
Honestly, imagine coming to Tfatk for these fucking brain expanding insights on the fucking Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell fucking trial and shit. Can you just imagine? This is where you're coming for the in-depth information. God damn.
And like, at least in the left to run with it and be all crazy, but at least he satisfies them. Like, the only reason I'm releasing this, I'll give you a heads up. I'm on it. I went there a few times, whatever, and explained to us why he was there. But like, I never saw any of that stuff. But the other people on the list, and then if he just gives other names and throws people under the bus, he's good. But he can't just be like, nope.
The theories are interesting. One of the theories is, of course, the predominant theory is that they believe it's an intelligence issue in terms of maybe our intelligence apparatus had a relationship with Israeli intelligence apparatus. We know he had some top Israelis there at the island, like Ehud Barak and other people. And I think the big fear is if it's proven that the Israeli government had some sway over whether or not they should look into him in 2008, what happens is it sounds like they were covering for a pedophile. That looks very bad for Israel. It looks very bad for the CIA and for our Justice Department.
That's exactly what happened.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Did you hear the other theory?
I don't need to.
It's kind of juicy.
The first one's all true. And what's the second one? Probably true as well.
Well, I don't think it is, but there's...
Can you let him finish the sentence? Like, what the fuck is wrong with Brendan? This way of talking to people, like, I would have gone mad, bro. Like, can you maybe let me finish my thought, please, without having to interrupt 17 times? Fucking hell.
Theory that Trump is actually protecting somebody else who might be on that list, who is there at the island.
Who?
His wife.
Trump? She was one of the girls?
That's what the other theory is. I don't think it's true. I don't like...
Allegedly, the theory is that Jeffrey Epstein introduced Trump to Ghislaine Maxwell for the first time ever.
Saying it because she's the first lady and I like her. I just think she's awesome. I just like her. I feel protective over her. I know you got to cover your face a little bit. I don't like saying it.
No, I do. This makes her so much hotter. So hold on.
Well, I mean,
you're telling me Ivanka Trump was at that island,
not saying
and I could have attended the party and took a spin.
I'm not
with the
saying
first
that.
lady. You fuck.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I've heard that as a not Ivanka. I'm talking about Melania.
Yeah, Melania. Either or. Pick your poison.
I have heard that is
either
a rumor
or
that I don't approve.
Sign me up.
She's a classy woman. I don't want to. And if she is, and if there's anything like that, I don't ever want to know about it.
Maybe he met her there.
I'm not saying that.
An Epstein love story.
Look at your eyes. Your eyes are all hot now. See?
Makes her hotter.
No.
Well,
as long as she was of age, that makes her way hotter.
Yeah, but I mean,
well, that changes the whole narrative on that island.
I don't believe I think she was so hot and she didn't need to do that shit. She was making money as a model. But sometimes with the richest men in the world, do you know who's have access to that situation. Yes. So the richest men in the world, if you're a top model and they say you can come to an island and meet the richest men in the world, you're from another country. Why? It's a business decision.
Even if you're from America, that's how you pay the bills, Brian.
It's a business decision, Bubba. It's just I'm all I'm doing. Don't shoot the messenger. I don't even like saying it out loud. I don't, because I respect the woman.
Sure you do. Sure, Bryan Callen respects women. Bryan Callen respects of women for the JC 489. This was fucking hilarious. But yeah, cool. Okay, we got that one out of the way. Let's continue on. What's more we got to talk about? Let's do this one. Tfatk on Trump endorsing another Sydney Sweeney one. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's do it anyway. Let's just get through this one.
They hear what Trump said.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, this is gonna be very Sydney Sweeney heavy.
Yo, big up Brendan Murray, AZ. I love watching you have your love watching your show when you cover these guys. At the same time, I hate watching these guys with all my heart. Tough to reconcile. Brother, count your chickens. Count your fucking chickens. Be fucking grateful that nowadays I'm clipping the show. In the beginning, I used to fucking put you lovely people through watching the show together with me. We used to watch the whole show live. I don't know how we did it earlier on. I don't know how people put up with it. I really don't know. God bless you if you did. Thank you so much. But there was a time when I used to play the entire episode in full, and we'd sit down and watch it together, you know, on live stream. One via fucking YouTube, one via fucking, you know, whatever. It's so GAY, you know what I mean? It's like, god damn it, just let us have our little one, you know what I mean? But it's like, nah, you can't do this, you can't do this. It's like, brother, please. Anyway, let's continue. Let's hear Trump talk about this.
Okay, yeah, like I said, this is going to be very Sydney Sweeney heavy. But
She's a registered Republican? Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right, Sydney Sweeney?
No, I love her ad.
You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I wouldn't have known, but I'm glad you told me that. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic. Okay, thank you very much.
He's got a great sense of humor. You can say whatever you want with the guy.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. There's a lot of things to say, you know, cheat, scoundrel, rapist and stuff. You can say what you want, but he's a, you know, cool. Absolute Flanders. In the before Brecky, you get me. I hate what I know when it comes to this sort of stuff, you get me. Alright, cool. Let's continue on.
Guy.
He's like, I only like her if she's registered Republican.
What's funny is
I support her.
What's funny is they are looking for anything to hate him for, and they just choose any little thing. And so what
anything to hate him for? Doesn't he give everybody ample opportunity to hate him, except for his base?
happens is it just loses all its it loses
it's
all
like
its
using the term
power.
Nazi. It's like using the term Nazi. It's like,
and
oh well, that has no power
But
anymore.
what the left doesn't realize, because they're so stupid, is that you should criticize your president, but pick your battles. Find the things that are worth criticizing for that move the country forward. If you're choosing every little detail, it's just going to be the boy cried wolf. But
also them attacking Sydney Sweeney. It's like, you guys,
God.
this is why you guys are going to lose in 2026.
You're reading into shit.
This
that
is
isn't
why
even
you guys
there.
are going to lose. Like
Yes.
your focus is on that.
It's unbelievable.
And then you demonize you know, Sydney Sweeney, which she's just born with. This is on that.
It's unbelievable.
And then you demonize, which she's just born with great tits.
Yeah.
And the company, you know, Sydney Sweeney, which she's just born with great tits.
Yeah.
And the company wants to work with her. So by you doing this and focusing all your energy on this, everyone else goes, "Oh, those people are crazy," and no one, you're gonna get no votes.
And now,
by the way, if you're not, you know, I'm assuming from what I read online anyway, this person didn't talk that much. And just still ended up kind of peeling off all these guys. I think 100 plus quote unquote victims and shit. So some of it's starting to make me think some of these guys left the country or kind of into that kind of play anyway. So I just find it very comfortable to be around them. We may need spunking creatives and shit. So yeah, crazy situation all around. Let's continue some more.
not only that, she's 28, and people should realize also, she's actually one of the few girls in Hollywood that really hasn't had a lot of work done or any work done. Like those, everything's natural.
No,
so you, like it's you know, it's like, how about a little something for a gal who just happens to be natural, does the right thing, good actress, a little something for that.
But now you hate her because you find out she votes Republican, which it shouldn't have been released in the first part.
Right, that's her right. It's her right
she's
to
not
privacy.
on your team now.
She's never been political.
No.
She's never been. Has she been political once? No.
No, all she's given you is a fucking great performance and great tits to look at.
But let me go there.
And you want to hate on her.
Let me go a step further. Any of these people criticizing her,
not one of them's pretty ever.
Well, that's for sure. But they don't have a lot. Most of these people don't have a lot going for them. But let's just say you have. Let's say you can be somebody who's like, you know, I just. To me, it's not a good taste. I can see how people say jeans and, you know, where there's a thing about that. All right, I can get it.
I don't.
But
I can't
that's
see
fine.
that.
But I'm just saying there are people who could be reasonable who just feel a little uncomfortable based on history. Okay, fine.
Yeah, they're called gays, bro.
If now I don't know
gays.
I don't know how much she made for that.
20 million. She got underpaid.
Okay, so let me ask
her
you
stock
this.
went up a billion.
So if I walked up to any of those people and said, "I'll give you $20 million
to get your tits out
to do this ad." This exact ad. How many of them would do it? All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
But all of them look like fucking warlocks. So no one's going to offer them money for their face to
Well, that's the thing
advertise
about
jeans.
genetics. Genetics are not equal.
No.
They're not equal.
It's not up to anybody.
You know,
It's
my
just
dick is way bigger than
Big
yours.
up, big up, big up.
How are they still talking about Midney Sweeney?
It doesn't, trust me. I tried to cut this up as much as possible. Trust me. It goes on and on and on. It goes on and on and on. We got Casey Shovel.
That's not fair, but it's just genetics,
You
right?
see me complaining?
You know what I mean?
I'm not hating on you.
It's a pecking order.
I'm not hating
You know,
on you.
even though I'm doing a lot of jujitsu, at this point, I'm going to have my hands full. It's going to take you at least 2 minutes to finish me.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Sydney Sweeney's just doing the damn thing. Is this just all this makes her bigger and bigger
It just
and
does.
bigger? This makes American Eagle bigger. People are sick of it, man.
Speaking of which,
Tits are back.
just as a
Because they were gone for a while.
They are.
It was just ass for the
Yep.
longest time.
Yep.
And I've always said this, dude. Words to live by. Why have to choose? Find your girl who can do both.
Side note, just a shout out to
You know what I'm saying, Jen?
Yeah. It's so true.
Yeah,
Side
you're gonna make this bit come to screeching halt. Go, what's your shout out?
Wait,
give
what
us your fucking
what
shout.
were you
No,
saying?
give us your
I thought you
shout
were
out.
done with the,
no, I'm done.
with the bit.
And you know what? I'm done now. Go ahead. What's the
What
stupid shout out?
did he say? I missed that part.
Tits are back.
Ass and tits are back.
You can choose both, dude.
Ass
Why
and
not have
tits are
both?
back. But also, ass and tits sell jeans, bro.
Of course. Well, really just tits in this case.
Probably, yeah.
Which you think they'd pick a girl with a way better ass to sell jeans. But it's
got-
the tits that drag you in.
She's got an American white girl ass, and there are a lot of American white girls. And I got news for you. Most girls want that kind of ass. They want to.
Oh, I
Look
disagree.
smaller.
Oh, I disagree.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I'm saying a
Girls
lot of
want it smaller?
Yeah.
Surgeries and operations would beg the difference.
That's true, but a lot of girls like being skinny, is what I'm saying.
No. They like having skinny waist with a fat ass, dude. Why is that?
Depends on the culture.
No. Every culture. No, there's no culture of life.
No,
Everyone
lot of
across the
white-
board.
no, a lot of white girls.
No, across the board.
No.
Every girl wants an ass.
No,
across
most girls
the board.
would like to look.
What the fuck is this show, man? What the fuck is this show? Honestly, I can't do that. Let's move on. So let's do a couple Jackson Potter ones. I think we did the Ilya Taporia one. We did the one about tape. We did the one about Kiotoni. We did the one about this one, yeah. Baba gives Rampage. I can say Rampage Jackson advice on how Fuciteno or Fuchinito bread was delivered. Let's see if it was on display. Let's see if they did actually display it for real, or if it's just, you know, on some mad one. Who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? So I'm gonna go for this one here. What's that about content creators? Why do you die? What's that about wants to blow the content? What? So where's that fucking clip? Where is it? Papa, yeah, there we go. No, is that the one? Papa can't get older fighters. Which one was I just watching? Not the tape one. I think it's this one. I think it's this.
Being a comic, like I think about it sometimes, but I don't,
You could easily do it.
bro. I don't think I have
My
the balls.
dumb ass did it. You could
I don't
definitely
think I
do
have the balls to get up on stage and be
Get the
telling-
fuck out of
No,
here.
no.
Bro, you sit here all day and roast
That's
people.
why I'm happy to
if
do
you,
it.
If you can do this and be entertaining, you just got to get a little more discipline. You could do it on stage for sure. But just like fighting, you got to get reps. And the problem I had is when you have a name and you're doing it, you're not just going to open mic. Like I couldn't just go to open mic and practice my shit.
He could have gone to open mic. He didn't want to, but he could have. He could have gone to open mic, and you can go to open mic now. He didn't want to go to open mic because he thought he was above it, which I find interesting because I feel like he's more comparable to Dan in that way. In that they suit each other because he's a bit more, you know, outgoing and less shy, but you also have that, you know, ability to tap into your shyness. So I guess it is what it is.
I had to do it at the Comedy Store. And everyone's like, oh, Shab's green. It's like, yeah, bitch, I just started. I don't want all you guys here. Like, let me work my shit out. But like, you lose that luxury.
Yeah, big up Jack Donny Jr. I'd rather listen to AZ commenting on Starvey, laughing for 90 minutes straight in another podcast. Yeah, I'll do Starvey. I'll do 2 Bears 1 Cave tomorrow. We'll do 2 Bears 1 Cave tomorrow. We'll obviously talk about the new Tfatk is going to drop tomorrow too. So tomorrow's show will be a little bit more exciting than today's show. There'll be 2 Tfatk and more 2 Bears 1 Cave to react to tomorrow. And I think there's a new retroactive too I've got to react to as well. So we'll do that as well tomorrow. So apologies if this is a bit repetitive and
powerful
stuff, but I'm
bunch.
trying to get through it. Big up Casey, big up
Dressing
Casey.
around a theme of where you live / what your hobbies are is high school behavior.
Yep, exactly. Big up Casey Shuffle.
Especially Rampage. He's more famous than I am. So if you're going to start doing it,
it's
a crutch.
Why you didn't just invite a bunch of like your friends and just rent out like a little small place and just do it?
Because you don't know if it's real or not. Those people, your friends are going to think you're the funniest guy on earth. So
That's why you should do open mics, no? Isn't that an argument for open mics? So he's telling Rampage not to do open mics, but then he's telling him that the most important way to get good is just to keep doing it in front of people. And then hopefully it kind of works out. It's not that deep. But, you know, for some reason, people do sometimes have, like, you know, double takes and shit. Because, you know, all one for everybody, you get me? Just continue here.
So you don't know what's working. It sucks.
It's true.
That's
That's
a
a great point.
It's
I didn't
not
even
good.
think about that.
It's not good.
Wait, what would you talk about as a comedian?
I make a bunch of jokes about you.
Really? And you see everything I would say about you?
Yeah, because you already do it.
No, but I already tell you 3 things about you. I got so many
of my
things.
material be about your little short ass.
Bro, you be chasing the torches around the city. You make all of us look crazy. I'm gonna get you a nice 9, 8.5 girl and put you on a stream, make us all look good.
No.
You know what Rampage should do? Because he's good at roasting. He should go on Kill Tony.
What's that?
You don't know what Kill Tony is? What rock you been hiding under? Kill Tony is like one of the best shit.
Biggest.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's the biggest.
Wait,
it's the best.
what are you packing?
Just nicotine.
Let me see. What is that? Is that a brand?
Yeah, it's Black Buffalo.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Black Buffalo is
Let me see,
amazing.
Let me see what it's the one.
It's
that
just
you gotta
nicotine.
spit-
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a little Black Buffalo.
let me
You
see.
want a little something?
No, it's the one you got to spit out.
No,
You got one for me and Rampage?
You-
Any
oh,
Black
so you-
Buffalo?
so
Yeah, what's wrong with it? Why is he hiding it? Why is he not letting him see the packet? Like, or is he lying about? Why is he hiding under the table for?
You'll swallow it. It's confirmed.
You swallow it?
He swallow it.
Good, good. You could spit if you want, but if that's your choice, that's your prerogative.
No,
Yeah,
winner
that's his
swallow.
choice.
Winner swallow. Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, it's the
Nicotine.
Dip. It's the dip,
Yeah.
but they make it so you don't have to spit it now.
No, yeah, you don't have to.
So what do you do with it?
You swallow it, but no. If you want
That
all
your
the
style?
nicotine.
No,
Not my style.
I do that. I do
See,
this. I do
see,
the
you guys
Not
are
my
too
style.
sensitive.
Why?
Now I'm gay, the gay one, because
No,
I
no,
swallow
no,
nicotine.
No. Everybody does what they want to do, but I ain't swallowing.
No.
All right.
You swallowing?
You can spit if you want.
That's
Hell
a
no.
diabolical even fucking question.
Yeah, diabolical.
That's insinuating you doing something
With
else.
a real Slim Shady, please stand up.
I just
He is
want the
diabolical.
full effects of the nicotine. I want it all in my stream, man. That's it.
Have you ever smoked?
No, never.
You never vaped?
Not my thing. I tried some vaping.
Man, that shit, man. I'm still trying to quit that
He
shit.
walks around with the little R2D2.
Bro, you're vaping still?
Well, I haven't
It's
done
worse than cigarettes.
It's worse than cigarettes.
Way worse.
I just hate the way cigarettes smell. I started back smoking after I lost my fight to Forrest Griffin. I started back smoking and just never.
Straight smoking cigarettes?
Yeah, I was smoking. Because vapes weren't out back then.
Damn, vapes are so bad for
He
you.
sucks on that little thing all day.
I think you spoke about this before because I remember speaking about the vapes and checking out the clips of him smoking the vapes. So I'm pretty sure we did that one. I did quite a bit of this, didn't I? Papa hates all the UFC fighters who can't fight. We did that. We carry on fighting. We did that too. Papa wants both content. We did that too. Papa lies about why he dyed his hair. We did that too. BGO is back here. Shit, I did quite a bit of this, didn't I? Fucking big up myself. Says it's not natty. We did that. White American. We did that. Yeah, we did quite a bit. Okay, so we did it. We've done most of it. We've done fucking most of it. We've done fucking most of it. We've done most of it. We've done fucking most of it. So, let me just quickly check on here if I've got anything else I want to check out with you guys. But I think that might be it for now. Actually, let's check quickly Tfatk. Let's see what I might have missed out on the Tfatk subreddit quickly. Bear with me 1 second here. Mark Maron talk, we've got that already. Let's see this. Why revealed why the assassins used the word kill and slayed. Scary son.
Stand-up comedy is the most gangster art form in the world. This right here, this is punk rock shit. That's why we use terms like he slayed, she murdered, he bombed, he killed. They want to silence the comedian? How about you get the fuck out of the way and let us do what we do? Make you laugh, put a smile on your 9-to-5 face, and try to make the world a little less of a shitty place. And we come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. So why don't you leave us alone and give us a little respect?
Yuck, 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 yuck. What the fuck was that? I hope that was like a skit, a parody or something. Hope that wasn't like sincere and real. I really hope that was fucking like fake. I really do hope that was like a bit. That was a script. I really do hope so. Because that was absolutely gorgeous, man. Sorry, horrible, not gorgeous. Absolutely horrendous. Nauseatingly bad. What in the hell was that? What was that? I don't know if it's. I don't know what it is, but Jesus, it took. Yeah. That was not. Yeah, that was not what I expected to hear. But hey, what can you do? Jesus Christos. Okay. Yo, look at. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Fucking no, Jeff died. That haircut is fucking crazy, by the way. That haircut is fucking crazy. I beef a final boss level, that haircut. It's kind of, isn't it? It is kind of I beef a final boss, isn't it?
Stand-up comedy.
It's not all the way there, but it's definitely got a little bit of I beef a former boss. Maybe I beef a former boss now, bro. That's definitely it. What else we got here? Nicotine badges. No, you take that from there. You're hiding in the LA. Oh yeah. Crazy situation. Let's actually take a little scroll down here. Anything else I missed out on? Nicotine to drug. Papa couldn't help cheat on his wife. We said that already. Yeah, I've covered most of it. I'm not gonna lie. I've covered most of it. So I think I'm going to leave it there for now. I'll come back again tomorrow. I'm going to leave it there for now. We're going to come back again tomorrow for another episode of the Random Show. We're going to do Tfatk, we're going to do Retroactive, and we're going to do Two Bears, One Cave starring Stavros and fucking Chrissy D. So keep an eye out for that one. I'm going to go through that, and we're going to react to some bits of that as well going forward. So make sure you smash that like, hit subscribe, all that good shit. Much appreciated. And I'll see you guys on the other side tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you guys on the other side tomorrow. Take care of yourself, be well, all that good shit. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll see you guys on the other side because we're gonna have a great one tomorrow. But for now, take care, people. For now, take care, be well, take care, be well.